in the spooky street.
Today, it will be very spooky.
It's gonna be a bit scary.
Yes.
It's gonna be a little bit scary.
Oh, that hurt my voice.
You are a loser.
Hey!
Okay.
It is. This looks like Weekend at Bernie's. It's the all new nerds and then a frozen Hollow Knight Marauder with the
He's
sunglasses.
frozen in
frozen?
carbonite. He's
He's
frozen.
here
frozen
in
again.
spirit.
It really looks like Weekend at Bernie's when we came in. You're just dead there. But hello, everybody. Welcome back to the special Halloween Spooky Stream. The first
Yeah.
time we've all been together in a couple of weeks here. It's been busy for everybody, including the Marauders, because it's spooky.
Oh, yeah.
Are we gonna talk like that the whole time?
Just the whole time we're gonna get it.
Yes.
Dan the man, what is up, man? Thank you for subbing to the channel the other day.
I can open chat.
And
here.
we got Brent, we got Wrench, the Used,
Hey, Brent.
the Used. Glad
Julian,
to see you guys.
thank you.
Hope you guys are enjoying your Halloween day.
Hollow Knight internet sucks. I assume that is...
Spooky man.
Hey, Marauder Matt. All right, let's go.
Ooh.
I got like 6
Halloween.
bangs.
You're looking pretty
Halloween
spooky.
AJ, I've been
Not bad.
telling Jamie, but I've been playing Fallout 4 for like 3 weeks straight.
It's so good.
It's so good. I will never not love that game.
Oh, it's the best.
It's the
And it's in our
best.
backyard.
I'm literally looking out into the map
Yeah, that's crazy.
outside. It's kind of crazy.
Spooky
Cool, though.
Fallout 4.
Yeah, you're at
Yeah.
school right now, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot,
I'm
yeah.
literally in the common. Yeah,
Perfect.
it's sick.
Oh wow.
Dude, is Preston Garvey there?
Watch out
No,
for
he's
Super
in
Mutants.
he's in Concord, right? Yeah, Concord.
Yeah.
How you doing, Matt? It's been too long.
I know, Matt. I
Dude.
haven't seen you in a while either.
I
My
know.
goodness.
How's it going,
The
guys?
last time was Boston Comic Con
That's
for
a while.
me.
That's,
For me at least.
Yeah.
That's like 2 months ago.
That was.
Wow.
Yeah. How time flies, huh?
I know.
Like
When you're having
crazy.
fun dressed as Rod from Hot Rod.
Yeah, it's just like that.
Am
I do that all the
frozen
time.
or
Do
am I
that,
dead?
do that every day.
No, you're frozen. It really looks like Weekend at Bernie's. I can't get over that. You just look like our frozen host that we have here. Like
Frozen host.
it's everyone else is talking, and we got the one guy who's just like, yeah, he's here.
He is here.
Jamie's been jumping from room to room trying to get the Wi-Fi to work.
Glasses.
Oh, okay.
I
Gotcha,
mean, mine's
gotcha.
barely working, I guess.
That damn
Ours
Hallnet
just came back
Wi-Fi.
online.
Okay.
Oh,
no,
really?
yeah,
Wow.
we have spooky Sith music on in the background. 'Cause we're
Yeah,
on
let
Exodus.
us know how we sound with the music and us and all. But yeah, here we are, the Halloween stream. We kind of just threw this together last second,
Spooky.
and
I made everybody do it.
fortunate enough to get the Hollow Knight Marauders on. And I don't know, do
Yes.
we have any real Halloween plans here? What we're gonna talk about?
Yeah,
or are
I
we
mean,
just
well,
kinda
I
going
think-
for it?
I think we should talk about how Anakin might be a spooky ghost in Ahsoka.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
I like
Let's
that.
talk
I'm ready.
about that
Do we
yet.
want to go over our costumes first?
Ooh. Sure,
feel
sure,
like-
sure. We can
Yeah,
do the
And,
rundown.
and settle Levi's costume?
yeah.
Debate?
Honestly,
What do you mean settle?
Debate.
Settle.
Settle,
It's a big debate in our
There's a
Discord.
big debate
no one's right actually.
about his.
Yeah,
I don't
no
think
one's right and
anybody's
everybody's wrong.
Yeah,
That's what we love. Go ahead,
Yeah.
go ahead then, Dill. You're in the corner.
All
Alright,
right.
Dill, you-
I am
Yeah.
Johnny Lawrence from the Karate Kid. I
Look
went to
at
a
that
party the other
freaking
night,
jacket.
and my friend
Looks
was
so good.
Daniel. I'll stand, but I have pajamas on, so. I got the jacket here.
That's
It's
cool.
got the Cobra Kai, patch. It's not a very good quality jacket, but it is a jacket nonetheless. It's got
It's
zippers
nice.
that.
It's nice. It's nice.
It's got
and
zippers
comfortable.
that go to nowhere. The zipper just has no
Oh,
function.
yeah, that's one thing. But they're
And
for
I got
show.
the,
It's
got
The
the headband there. So I'm Johnny Lawrenced
Nice.
out, and I'm trying to channel my Johnny
alright.
Lawrence
Dylan
energy
actually
tonight.
dyed his hair for this.
That's just not true.
Just kidding.
All right, Levi.
Leviathan,
Why
what
don't you settle
Well,
this one?
settle
Well-
this too?
So for our American
No.
friends, North American, I should say, I am Waldo with Wenda's glasses and Wenda's camera, but I'm at Spirit I'm Waldo. But for our foreign friends, I'm Wally, which I learned yesterday. It's called Wally overseas.
Where's Wally? That's right.
Where's
There's a
Wally?
big debate in the
So there
Discord.
was someone said, "Oh, you're Wally," and it was Wrench, and everyone was like, "What?" It was Wally versus Waldo, and everyone was like, "What is happening?"
I wonder why that is.
I
Is
don't know, it's
Waldo
a-
American or British? First of all, so
I've
what's
never
the
heard
first
someone named
name?
Waldo.
Why is
Depends where
Clue
you are.
called Cluedo overseas? I don't know.
That's
I
a
knew
lie.
that, which is
Is that
so, like,
true?
It is. I was at a
Cluedo.
party last night with someone, and they were talking. They said, "Oh, like Colonel Mustard and Cluedo, and I said, no, I don't know. I know Clue.
You
We
invited
watched,
British people to your party.
We watched Clue the movie the other
British
day.
people.
That's classic.
I am out of the loop with the Clue lore. There's a Clue movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
like
It's
with
so
many,
good, I
with
love
many
it.
different endings.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
great.
Saw it.
Really?
Yeah,
I gotta.
it's
Maybe I'll watch it tonight.
Apparently-
Jim Curry.
Good movie.
It takes place in New England as well. And
Oh yeah.
I think I knew that.
apparently,
Yeah.
apparently there's the Clue house in Salem or something. Someone was telling
Oh.
us. I didn't know about that, so
I didn't
Oh,
know that
cool.
either.
I want to
Alright.
check that out.
Yeah, me too. That's interesting. Oh my god, I don't know. I haven't been to Salem. I've never been to Salem on Halloween, but imagine it being crazy
It's
right
like a
now.
convention.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crowded.
Don't take a car in though. You'll be stuck in traffic for hours.
No, it's brutal.
Yeah,
Have
no,
you guys
don't
ever
do
been?
that.
Sorry, this is a
we
Massachusetts
went-
thing. We can move on.
We've been a couple
Sorry.
times.
we always do that.
I've been like right before Halloween, but never on Halloween.
Yeah, I've never been on
My
Halloween.
insanity.
I hate Monster House. That's just an aside.
You
Whoa,
hate the
whoa.
movie? Like you're scared of it,
Monster
or you
House?
think it's a good movie?
Yeah,
Monster
it-
House is awesome.
It scares me.
That movie's
Okay.
awesome, man.
And then
Alright,
It's-
and then,
yeah,
and
it's-
then-
if you think it's a
Well,
bad movie,
and then-
you're just objectively wrong.
well,
Yeah.
I'm watching it now. I think the animation doesn't hold up the best.
Oh, no,
Oh,
it's the
the
animation's
animation
awful.
looks terrible, but the
Yeah.
plot
But
of
it's
the
scary.
movie is awesome.
It,
Such a good
oh, but it
movie.
horrified me as a child because I thought I would be eaten by in my basement, by my house. 'Cause I
Well,
thought
your
then
own
it did
house?
its job, I think.
I thought someone's dead wife had absorbed into my home
Well-
and was going to eat me.
No, I mean the wife is friendly to the people who live in the house. Or the
Yeah,
person who lives in
exactly.
the house.
I mean, still, that kid playing basketball doesn't look good these days. That's
Doesn't hold
that.
up.
I don't
hold
really think it looked good when it came out. I'm gonna be honest.
And then
But,
everybody
Whoa,
got eaten.
whoa!
comes back.
Is that Spider-Man?
Someone
that
tells
s-
me that Spider-Man's coming onto the scene.
Is that Spider-Man?
Ooh.
Okay, now I'm in my costume. There we go.
Spider-Man
Whoa!
with his sleeves rolled up. He's doing
Yeah.
the dishes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Friendly neighborhood, dishwashing Spider-Man.
Everyone give a wild guess as to what Johnny is.
I have no
Ah.
idea.
It's Man Spider.
Can't figure
Yeah,
it out.
man.
No.
Yeah, man.
It's the human spider.
Maybe.
And the
No,
human
it's
Yes,
spider.
I'm Spider-Man,
Man.
of course. We knew this.
All right. Where's Jamie? What's happening?
Is Jamie gone?
The Wi-Fi is
Oh, right, the Wi-Fi.
really bad, but she's over here.
Which it seems like, I mean, you're all in relatively the same area. It's like
I'm
really.
really pissed off right now because the Wi-Fi doesn't work
What's up, Jamie?
It never does.
at all.
Oh,
Introducing
now we have
Jamie.
two. We have two
everyone.
Bernies. We have two.
Two Bernies. I'm Weekend at Bernie's apparently. I'm Bernie himself. That's my costume.
And That's what it looks like. I
You
can't
get
get over
the
that.
sunglasses on.
So it's the all
Yeah.
new nerds and Matt. Special
Yeah,
guest Matt.
right.
Especially
Johnny,
these
do you want to walk through a little bit the background of your costume there, like how you got it and
Yeah,
stuff?
we were meant to be going through.
Because it's more than just your Party City Spider-Man costume.
Yeah. So, I
It's the
plan to
dollars.
make a video one day about the suit, but I'll run through it. So the suit is from like a overseas they specialize in Spider-Man suits, I guess. But so I ordered one there.
Yeah, Matt. Guys.
I literally I have shoes built in so I can walk. Oh, you're not gonna be able to see it.
It really just looks like Spider-Man.
These are
Just really
shoes.
confused.
Basically, I can walk
Those
in
look good.
them, and I got zippers, and the symbols are a different.
Are you gonna
texture
wear
and
it
stuff.
Rhode Island?
What's that?
Are you gonna wear it for Rhode Island?
Yes.
Nice.
Sweet,
nice.
Yeah.
sweet.
And then I got this, which is a face shell. So this is what they do in the movies. Actually, they have a like a kind of a hard plastic mask. Like if you put that on first, then you put the mask over it, and then you put. So they actually. All right. This is a little scary, a little haunted, but I'm gonna take. Okay, ready?
It is very scary.
These
Gotta
come
take
on.
out
Hey,
your
whoa.
contacts.
Whoa.
Oh no!
Yo,
it's like
dude.
it's like pants
That ain't
lateral.
right.
Please
Please come
them
on.
back.
That ain't
And
right.
they're
Right.
magnetic.
Put them
So
back.
That ain't right.
Back.
they're magnetic. So that's how that works.
That was straight up like a pants lateral.
I warned you. I warned you.
Dude.
I warned you.
No one
But,
could have been
but yeah,
prepared.
it's I've been
That's
wanting to do
so-
this for a while, so I think it came out good.
That was so
I like
cursed.
it. I want to get the webs raised like with puffy paint, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That'd be
Gotcha,
cool.
gotcha.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool look.
So that's me.
Spidey,
me.
Spider-Man.
It's Spider-Man.
It's Spider-Man.
It's the Spider guy.
by
It's
the
been a
guy.
Spider-Man week on our channel. It's funny.
It
Guys,
has. It has been huge.
It's
for
been
Spider-Man.
crazy. All right, Matt.
Marauder Matthew, walk
Marauder
us through.
Matthew?
I'm Rod from the movie Hot Rod. If you've ever seen Hot
Yeah.
Rod,
It came out
I
good.
got my cape. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh
Uh,
shoot, he's got
Oh,
the cape.
sweet. Okay.
Cape. I got
I haven't
know.
seen that movie in so long.
jumpsuit. I got my
Right.
fake mustache. That's actually my real mustache.
I was gonna say that looks like a really good fake mustache.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oddly
I
real.
spent a long time growing this fake mustache.
Mm.
Just for this costume.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
not gonna be a photo.
I don't remember him having a camera, Levi.
Me
Maybe
neither.
I'm crazy.
Because it's
Your
Wenda.
Peter-
This is Wenda's
Wenda.
camera and Wenda's
Yeah.
glasses. But
Your
Waldo.
Peter Parker as
Yeah.
Waldo.
I have a camera.
Who is Wenda?
This
Wenda's
costume has been
female-
passed down in
Here's
Levi's
my vintage camera.
family,
Hey,
which
Okay.
this is true. His like parents wore it.
Yeah. this
Oh
is
yeah,
old
wait.
costume.
Talk about the lineage. Yes. please, actually, that's interesting.
Well, I just my parents wore the costume. It's at different points in their lives, but it's Wenda. Technically, it's my mother's originally, so it's the female Waldo. That's why the glasses are not rounded; they're like cat
They're
eye.
pointed like girl glasses.
Like girl, I like girl glasses.
Girl glasses.
Yeah, and Wenda has a camera, so I'm a
These
mix.
old ladies frames.
Yeah, really, they are.
Veterans.
You whippersnapper, what are you, some kind of hot rod?
What is
Them
he
hot
singing? A
rod
hot rod?
films.
That's
Did they say that in the movie?
Hey, old people
Good
should know
movie
what
if you haven't
hot
seen
rods. They should.
See,
Oh yeah.
at first glance, you kind of look like one of Jeff Bezos' space people,
Oh god.
like the American flag in the blue. Like
There you go.
you kind of just look like, yeah, I'm off to space
But it's Tony's auto.
with William Shatner. I know, but people don't read.
No, they don't. You're right.
People can't read these days.
Yeah, guys, William Shatner went to space.
He did.
He
Isn't that
did.
great?
That is
Lovely.
great.
Oldest
Probably
and
the only
fattest
good
man.
thing that's going to come out of this.
Yeah.
All right, Bernie, what are you?
I'm Bernie, but I'm also the Soul Survivor.
Yep.
Survivor from Fallout 4. I think I'm frozen still, but I have my Nuka-Cola next to me.
You are very frozen, but I think it's gonna catch up.
There it is.
There we go.
Yay.
Wait, so do you have an LED in there?
Yeah.
That's
It's
so
just
cool.
I don't know. We got a GameStop or something. But...
AJ's
Oh,
screen
that's
is
right, I
secretly
forgot
just a
they did that
slideshow.
at a GameStop. I want a Pip-Boy really badly, and I know.
Oh yeah, I didn't. The
I know you
Pip-Boy's
guys
around.
have
I
them.
don't know where it is.
I know Jamie has
Alright.
one at least.
Did you guys buy one or did you make your own?
Both.
A little bit of both, yeah.
Yeah.
Some mods.
Where did you get the vault suit?
I don't know. Jamie got it somewhere online. Jamie, where'd you get the vault? Something cosplay. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Here's the
Didn't
die.
come out
I
very
really
clear
want one,
here
so
either.
that's
so.
why I'm asking, because that'd
How the
be so
Pip-Boy
cool.
coming on.
Oh yeah, and there's the Nuka-Cola blaster.
Oh, you got.
Oh,
you
sweet.
got the
Okay.
ray
So
gun.
you're
That's
all
so
decked
cool.
out here.
It's the Nuka World ray gun, dude. That's sick.
And then if you
Just Spider-Man leaning
and
in.
we have the
going,
power hammer.
You have, oh my god, that's so sick. Yeah, I've seen you guys don't follow AJ.
It's
Jamie
so
and
stop.
Matt
It's
on
like it's like a
Instagram.
stop motion. film.
Jamie's been posting Fallout 4 outside pictures, and it's really cool.
I love Jamie just popping in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with like
Giant
a
hammer.
yeah, and then
Slot
disappearing. I can't
But
see
that's
what
so
Jamie
cool.
is. I saw
love
Jamie's Avar Chris outfit on your guys' show. and
Yeah,
I
that
thought-
was
I
pretty
assumed
sweet.
Oh yeah, that was.
I assume she'd be
Oh,
Avar.
yeah.
She pulled that out of nowhere. It turned out really well.
Yeah,
That's great. But what
No,
is
yeah,
she
it turned
now?
out
I
awesome.
can't tell. She looks like
She's Spider-Gwen right now.
Oh,
Ah.
sweet. Okay.
yeah. I
That's
was
what I
gonna
thought.
say.
Spider
That's
I
people.
was gonna say
what I
she
thought.
looked kind of like Diva from Overwatch, and I was like, that can't be right.
We're rebooting our. Oh, we're rebooting our Wi-Fi, so it might be
If
messy.
you want,
and
if you
confusing.
want to pop out and come back in, that's fine.
we might. If I pop out, then
Okay.
it's not out of my control.
Got it.
Okay.
No problem. So, should we get into
So
some
anyway.
spooky news?
Anyway,
So spooky. So spooky.
who does anybody recognize this specific haunted house? You get a pat in the back.
It's
if you
Scooby Doo.
know.
What do you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
that
That was quick. No,
was, hey, that was
You better start patting Spider-Man.
that was
Come on
quick.
now. Yeah.
You're patting your own back.
Pat
Now
yourself
let's-
on the back.
Yeah, let's talk about the Hex Girls on Halloween. You know what I'm saying?
we're
We can
never.
start going-
Why? It always becomes a Hex Girl stream somehow.
Hey,
I might as well start
just-
putting those in the titles.
Hey,
Put
I'm
a
glad I
spell
showed
on-
up.
Yeah, put a spell on me. You know, Earth,
Oh.
Wind, Fire, and Air.
All right, let's get into some
Is it
topics,
is
please,
Scooby Doo? Like, well,
guys.
take it back to the Hex Girls. Yeah, how far are we in? People are still watching this. We're
I'm
like
amazed. 15 minutes in.
15 minutes in. Thank
And
you
we're-
for your. I guess people give us the Halloween discount. You know, like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
they're just
It's kind of hard to get
out of
super
it.
serious when you're when Spider-Man and Where's Waldo is on the screen.
Yeah.
Where's Wally?
Walda,
dude?
or what was it? Wanda?
Wally.
I can't stop looking at Matt's mustache. That's what
I know, it's very impressive.
Thank
Impressive.
you. Thank
It's
you
too
very
bad it's
much.
About to
fake.
fly away.
Yeah, too bad it's fake. Completely fake.
So I think because we haven't talked news in a while. I think the biggest news of the past week or so is the fact that Hayden Christensen, Spooky Hayden, is going to be in the Ahsoka show.
I literally met him the week before it was announced. How cool is that?
He told you, right?
Yeah,
he
he
whispered-
whispered
no.
right
whispered
to
in
the
your ear.
glass.
You kept it a secret. There you
Said
go.
There
Johnny.
he is.
Johnny,
There
I'm
he
going
is.
to be in Ahsoka.
I
forgot he
was New York.
Friend of the show, Gibbs. We love Gibbs.
So
Show Gibbs.
Love
there's
Gibbs.
there's a good amount of sort of like speculation as to what he's gonna do. So I kind of know Levi and Johnny's take on it, but you guys,
Clone Wars.
thank you.
No.
Is he gonna be a Force
No way.
ghost or is it gonna be a?
Force Ghost. You don't bring back Hayden Christensen just for like a flashback cameo. That's
Why
Yeah.
not?
I want to
both?
see that. I want to
Why
see
not
that
both?
creepy Return of the Jedi smile back.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I mean, they
Those-
literally they just included Force Ghost Anakin in the latest Tales from Vader's Castle.
Right.
So we know that there. It seems like that was coordinated. That had to be coordinated.
You have
just a little
comic
bit.
people in the house. Thank God.
You can talk about comics. Yeah, that's fine.
I
Well,
know.
it's just that one detail. You know, that's the
Yes.
first time we've seen Force Ghost Anakin in anything. I think.
Right.
Well, I
since
mean, outside of
Return
Return of the Jedi, yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
think.
Hayden Christensen's Anakin, you know, because I know
Well,
that's a big point of
Technically,
contention.
technically
Sebastian Shaw.
speaking, we heard him in The Rise of Skywalker. But
That's
other
true.
than
Right.
that,
That's true. You know, I don't give that enough credit because that is
people
that
love,
is an
people love
appearance
to
people
forget
make.
about it. People love
It's
to
so
forget
it's
about
kind of easy to forget, honestly. But like he's
A little
there,
bit.
and
A
he,
little
it.
he
Freddie Prinze Jr. was in a main Star Wars film as
That's true.
Kanan Jarrus.
Freddie
Yeah.
Prinze Jr. is gonna be at
Realistic.
Rhode Island Comic Con. Sorry. All right, I'm done. I'm done.
Look at that Spider-Man gone in. Really excited about Rhode Island. Spider-Man, I thought you were from New York.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Yeah.
AJ's rebooting.
Spider-Man, all right, why are you in Rhode Island? Are you a big fan of Hasbro? Are you gonna web up Hasbro?
Rhode Island's not that far from New York.
That's true. It's only one state, one
You-
big state over.
You're just gonna swing on over?
State.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
Can't take that long.
I was trying to throw you a bit, but
But
boy.
why can't we? So why can't there be both?
I think
there
there's-
there can
There's
be
definitely
both,
room for both.
Well, here,
but that's not. Clone Wars flashbacks for Ahsoka. That's just not what they're gonna be using.
I think we'll get Clone Wars flashbacks in
What?
the Obi-Wan show,
Well,
and
yeah.
not in Ahsoka.
Why? How not in Ahsoka? I'm baffled that you guys don't think that.
I think
What-
it's
what are they
definitely
gonna do?
more
They're gonna get
likely that it's Force Ghost Anakin, but I still could see them doing both.
I see them
Um,
doing both.
Well, they'll do both in the grand scheme of in
I've
Star
seen it
Wars
be
the
like
next
a-
year. But why would they like? What is the purpose of having a flashback in Ahsoka? Like
Well, I
Obi-Wan,
mean, like-
it's relevant to his trauma, and it's all about their relationship. And for a viewer who is ignorant of the Clone Wars, establishing some of their brotherhood inside of the Clone Wars, I think is relevant. For Ahsoka, it's like if you already don't know this animated character, I mean, we're not going to catch you up on
But
everything.
that's the same thing. It's the same thing with.
I know, but
Ahsoka.
that show is more about getting Ezra and Thrawn, which is all in itself is already like a deep
I mean,
animated
yes,
rap.
that's what we thought, but now it seems like Hayden's gonna have a whole part in it too. So I don't know to what
I think
extent.
I think he's a Force ghost. I think he's
Yeah.
gonna be a little
But
Forcey
what is
ghost.
he gonna like? What is he gonna do? They're gonna like just what have?
Well, I
conversations and
don't
stuff?
think he's gonna be like a huge recurring character. I think he's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
one
like
and done scene.
yeah,
Like
like
a
it
big-
might
You think
like
it's a
lead
one
up
and
to-
done? Really?
I do,
agree.
yeah,
I agree with
yeah.
Matt.
Well, because here's the
Really?
thing about Force Ghosts, like
Okay.
they gotta use it wisely because they have to make us believe that Force Ghosts can't just pop up out of nowhere
Yeah.
and like,
It's-
you know, like just manipulate the world, and they can't. There's rules to it, sort of. That's not
Sort of.
like super established, yeah. So if Anakin's just popping up everywhere Ahsoka
man.
goes, like,
Obi-Wan sat on that log in Episode
That's
6,
true.
and that's
He
where
did,
and that's where it
yeah.
all started.
That's
That's
where
where it
the
all started.
rules
That's
started.
That's where
everything fell
that's
apart.
where it started to spiral when he just shows up and he sits, and it's like,
It's like
how does
it's
that
over.
work?
exactly.
And I love
then
I
forever
love the
since-
arguments that people are like, oh, he's just looking like he's sitting. He's not really sitting, and I can just
Bro,
think of
man
like
sits down.
Obi-Wan like just squatting next to Luke, like, oh, I'm just gonna look like I'm
Yeah,
sitting on
do
this
you
log
think
for
he's
Luke.
in the nether realm? He's like, ooh,
He's
gotta work on my.
Yeah, he's just
my
working on
calves,
his
my-
glutes. He's
Right.
squatting, doing some
Well,
squats.
I know.
So it's
so
like
Brent thinks we're gonna see all three. We're gonna see Flashback, Vader, and Force Ghost. I think Vader's very likely because I think we're gonna get some of Malachor.
No, but you should read his whole comment. He says all of this between Obi-Wan and Ahsoka, meaning some of them will be
Ooh.
exclusive.
right,
Wait, what?
potentially.
Sort of
So-
what me and Matt and Dylan are saying.
So basically, he's saying that we will get all of them, but it's throughout Obi-Wan and Ahsoka. So, like, for example, in Ahsoka, we're gonna get the Force Ghost. Obi-Wan, we're gonna get the flashbacks, and obviously, we're getting Vader, in Obi-Wan, as we know. But
But
I'm not
I mean,
ruling out that
I
there could
guess,
be
but, like,
flashbacks in Ahsoka.
I could perfectly see them starting off with Malachor because we know that like we're gonna deal a little bit with Ahsoka's like where Ahsoka has been the whole time and like the world between worlds thing like a little bit. I don't want to go too heavy into it because it's not my favorite thing, but I think it's still gonna be at least something in like the first bit of an episode, and why not even like do a Malachor flashback? That would be insane.
Well, I
I
mean,
know we would all love that.
Malachor is different. When you say flashback, I'm thinking Clone Wars. I mean,
Right, no, but I was saying more of the Vader thing too. Like I think I
It's
wouldn't be
possible.
surprised. What?
it's possible. I mean, I'm not making. This
I think
up.
it's very likely given that we're trying to understand Ahsoka and also where she's kind of been too. Because obviously I know Ezra and Thrawn are central to the plot, but there's
Right.
more to it obviously. But with Ahsoka,
If
and
saying what I want
feel like
more,
they have to cover it.
I will take the Force Ghost over the flashbacks.
Yeah,
I think
I
for
think-
Ahsoka.
When I want Hayden Christensen to return, I want him to return as Anakin in like new stuff, as
Yes.
opposed to like going back and like doing flashbacks and stuff like that. I want to see Hayden Christensen as Force Ghost Anakin, while we still,
I don't need like recreations of Clone Wars episodes, but I
Well,
like
yeah.
definitely want to see like that
but
era.
even new stuff in the Clone Wars. It's like,
Yeah.
we've already lived the Clone Wars. We've done so much Clone Wars stuff recently.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
you've kind of convinced me. Bringing up Malachor is a good
Yeah,
point.
I think
because
it's like they have
Ahsoka
to
will
touch
have a lot
upon
of
it. Like
time.
that's such a big part of her life. Like they have to touch upon
Mm.
it.
she'll have
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of time to sit and kind of think or
Yeah.
meditate, and because she's trapped on Malachor for quite a while.
Right.
I don't know how long.
And
we don't know how
also
she gets off.
Ezra's part of that plot too. So I don't know. I think it makes
Yeah.
sense.
It's just,
I love your emotionless face.
Oh,
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
emotionless mask. I can't like
I keep
read
making
you.
any face, you guys. You wouldn't know
yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
Flip open the eyes.
My-
No,
I'm serious.
never ever, never ever.
No.
It's too spooky.
Yeah, that's nightmare fuel. Hey,
It
look
is.
away. But
Oh, AJ's
so my-
back, I think.
oh, there he is.
Respect.
There
Is he back? Uh oh.
Is it-
Oh.
You see his
Oh.
face?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? He's-
It's a little better.
It's a
I
little
think.
better? Okay.
It's still a
Hey,
bit of a
guys.
slideshow, but
As long as you can hear me, I don't care.
yeah,
Real
yeah, we
host.
can hear you.
We swear.
You're good.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
what do you think?
Well, now I want to hear AJ's thoughts since we've been talking about it.
Ghost. Whatever Matt
Ghost?
said.
Flashback. I've been introducing the Malachor idea. I think we're gonna get a flashback of Malachor with Vader because I feel like it's central to the plot. And
That
it's
would
such
be
a big
cool.
part of
I'd be down
Ahsoka's
for
life, and I feel like they need to touch upon it. And Ezra's part of that too. So, I think
Right.
I think they have to do it in that show.
I think so too. I mean, we don't really see a lot of flashbacks in Star Wars.
I don't
We're
need heavy
starting-
flashbacks. I just feel like there is stuff that needs to be touched upon, though. At least.
like adaptations. It'd be weird to see something adapted into life, but I don't know. I mean, it would be cool.
I'm very into that idea. I like seeing.
Yeah.
Live action.
My thing with
it'd be
Hayden
cool.
specifically in Ahsoka, especially, like, I just feel like he's going to be a one-off thing just because it's going to be such an emotional moment, and that's kind of taken away if he's popping up, like, in flashbacks and Force Ghosts, and he's, like, in every episode, he's, like, a big character, you know what I mean?
Right.
Do you
But I
think-
could be totally wrong.
Do you think Luke is involved anyway? Do you
I
think
would
th-
Yes.
kill.
I
for
mean,
Luke to be involved.
we've been begging for a scene between them.
like imagine if it's the campfire scene we've all thought about.
Yeah.
between
Yeah.
Luke and Ahsoka, but then Anakin also.
Imagine all three.
Oh
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
Anakin's there
exactly.
too.
That'd be
That would
like-
be That would be
Think
that would
I
go
Think,
hard.
think about Dave Filoni writing that scene.
Yeah, that would
Oh,
go hard.
it would be
Oh damn.
Well,
Yeah, that'd be good.
I brought it
That's
up a
what
little earlier, but I want to know from you Star Wars head experts. So what are the rules for Force Ghosts? Like why can't Yoda just cast lightning
Oh, I
on
hate this stuff.
Palpatine
There
and
are-
Exegol?
There are no rules.
There
There
are
are
no
no
rules. Not anything concrete.
Formal. Yeah.
So what
There's
I'm about
theories,
to say
though.
is mostly like my own headcanon, or
Sure.
like just like a vague understanding between people about like what we think is probably going on. So like
Mhm.
Yoda can't cast Force Lightning on Exegol 1 because the dark side's really strong there. He probably couldn't even. I don't know. He probably
Pure.
could
yeah.
barely even reach the, Exegol because that's like dark side central. The only reason he could do lightning was because Ahch-To is like such a force heavy
Nexus,
place.
yeah.
It's like when Yoda goes to Dagobah in the Clone Wars, and
Mm.
that's how he's able to reach Qui-Gon. It's because that's like such a force rich place that
Qui-Gon's like, you can hear me because the Force is here.
yeah,
then-
exactly.
Right, got it.
It's the
like-
same with Mortis. It's like he comes back in Mortis as well. And he's able to like fully materialize. So that's kind of an explanation as to why some Force ghosts are like seem more powerful in places than others. Oh, there he goes.
Farewell.
He's gone.
Uh-oh.
Other
Oh,
than
no.
that, the only rules for Force ghosts is that there's no rules. Just do whatever.
Well, they
Rules,
should-
there
can't-
are no
they can't-
rules.
They can't mess with the timeline. For
Yeah,
lack
like
of a
the-
better term.
the will
like
of the Force.
They can only go with the will of the Force, and that's it.
so
So, like something in Colin Trevorrow's episode 9 script is that Luke like stays and trains Rey as a ghost, and I don't think that's like. Well, I mean, if they did it in the movie and it came out, then we'd have to change the rules. But as from what we know now, they couldn't do that for us. Like they couldn't like stick around and be like one of the masters in the Jedi Temple is just a ghost like Harry Potter. Like they can't do that.
Right.
But
I kind of
they-
would like that though.
it'd
if
be
I'm being
cool. But I don't think
It'd be
that's
cool,
I
yeah.
don't think that's within the realm of Star Wars. Just yet.
You just don't want to come up with the question as like, why couldn't this character have just done this? Like, why couldn't Obi-Wan have just gone and smited Vader in Force Ghost?
You can do that, but if Yoda, like Yoda, could have appeared as a like, if Yoda died, like there's a meme about this on Reddit the other day. Like if Yoda died like a couple days earlier, he could have just shown up to Luke and be like, "Nah, Vader's your dad. You don't have to do all this BS," and then there'd be no Empire Strikes Back. Because
True.
or I mean, Obi-Wan as a ghost could have just said that. I mean, the ghosts have always just been like,
Yeah,
why?
because it's like,
Yeah.
he
manipulate events and
he
impart
convinces Luke to
lessons.
use the Force on the Death Star, and then he's gone for 3 years. And
Yeah.
then Luke is like in a snowstorm, and Obi-Wan's like, "This is my time. I gotta pop out."
Right.
Gotta
Well,
pop
then I
out."
wonder if it's fully
Uh-huh.
their will, or if it's like the Force.
I mean,
I don't know. I'm definitely getting
certain
into
point
stuff
of
that doesn't
view-
have answers for a reason.
The
But
first, from a certain point of view, kind of touches on it, and that's like dubious canon. I know that's not
right.
Right.
but like it takes an incredible amount of will and power to like pull away from the Force to like maintain your consciousness, and it also sucks because
Yeah.
like being in the Force is like really nice, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everybody's chilling, everybody's good, and all of a sudden Obi-Wan's like, I got to deal with this, and he has to like rip himself out of like he's basically leaving the party early, and he's like,
Right.
I'm not happy about that, just to show up to like talk to Luke. And he's
Got
like,
it.
Hey, buddy, you're dying in a snowstorm, but I'm gonna need you to go to Yoda
Right.
like now.
Got it.
He's like,
So
he's like the Jedi Master who trained me, kind of. If you squint a little bit, I
If you-
forgot.
yeah. He trained me when I was a little boy.
I
He
forgot
trained
about
everybody when
Qui-Gon.
I was
Yeah, I forgot about
boy.
Qui-Gon.
So at the end of Return, they were just like, "Yo, you want to go hit a party real quick?" And so they just pulled themselves out of the Force
I mean,
and
basically,
chill with the Ewoks. All right, I like
that
it.
seems
I don't-
that seems
but-
to be.
but I don't think anyone can see them besides Luke. That's also something I've never been clear.
That's a good
Right.
point.
Luke can see them.
I don't.
Um,
Okay, so I know in Legends there was like a big moment when Leia talked to Anakin, and that was like a big deal. That hasn't really happened in canon, and I don't know if that's going to happen in canon.
Yeah,
Because
I don't
another
know
one
if
of
that's
those
gonna
like
happen.
dubious rules of Force ghosting is like you can only like talk to people you knew in life, or maybe again this is something that's just like totally
There's just
headcanon.
not. Yeah, there's not enough.
Nobody has any evidence to support it.
All right, take
except
3.
For, oh, here he comes.
Back again.
That's
Here
the
we
best,
go.
Already looks
the best
better.
one so
Oh,
far.
good. Oh,
I-
Uh,
look
Happy.
soon.
Well,
the
all
slideshow
so.
continues.
There you go.
They
Sorta.
fixed it.
It doesn't help that I'm not moving around much. So is it frozen?
I think
It's
you're
like
all
popping in and
right.
out.
It's
Yeah.
like a little in and out a little bit, but
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
Force
fine.
Ghosts,
you're fine.
Force Ghosts have always just been like they're there for whatever. The real answers they're whatever the writer needs them to be,
Right.
and then that's the rules of them.
Right.
I don't
Got it. Got it.
'Cause, I mean,
But
it
it's
really
still like
boggles
you
my
know that the
mind.
writer hopefully is being careful with what they like,
I mean, yeah,
how what
but-
they add to being a Force Ghost. You know.
It really boggles my mind that George Lucas was like, I know I killed Obi-Wan in the last one, but I need him to talk to Luke.
Yeah.
So instead of doing like the voice, I'm gonna just have him appear. We're just gonna
Let's
bring
just
him
get him back.
I'm just gonna make him blue now.
And Alec Guinness didn't even want to be here, but
No,
we'll-
Alec Guinness did not want to be.
It was
there
one
at
take,
all.
right? I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
it
he
was
did it in
one
like
take.
one take. Yeah.
Oh, it was all
With
of his
the-
things were one take. I love the one when he's like Luke,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Luke.
raises his hand
Right.
Yeah.
because
He really does. It's like he clicked on an emoji and it's sent late, and he just goes, yeah, and like it arrives, the gesture arrives way too
He's
late
like-
in the conversation.
And don't forget when he sits on the log.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
we-
we've been over that. That's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
But, like,
George is
Alec
probably like,
Guinness is
"Hey, you,
going
so you're a
blind.
ghost. You can't interact with the log." And he's like, "I'm sitting on the log."
He's
I'm
just
sitting
swinging
on
for the
that
fences. He doesn't know what's going
No,
on.
he's just what's that called? What is that workout
jumping.
called? Where you just like are sitting, and you have to hold not a
Squats.
squat. I guess it's a squat. I guess you hold a squat. I don't know why.
Yeah, dude, that's what-
You know
No,
that
I was
workout
thinking.
where
I was
you
thinking.
reach the
No, I was
sitting
thinking of the one like where you in like gym class in like high school, where you'd sit against the wall.
Oh, wall
Oh
sit?
yeah.
Oh,
Wall
yeah.
sit.
Wall sits.
Those are brutal.
The one where you sit
You
against,
sit
the,
against
wall.
the wall. What's
Sorry,
that called?
sorry.
What's the one that where you squat? What's that one called?
Yeah.
Squat,
What's
yeah.
the squatting called? I don't.
If
Air
I'm
sits.
laying on the ground in the shape of a plank, what would you say? Now, what's that called?
You're bored.
Planking.
You're boarding.
Oh.
Push-ups.
Sure.
I like the glasses. That was
Yeah,
a good time.
I
That's a good time.
like him too.
Oh, I don't know if you saw our Instagram, but Levi took some of the funniest pictures in his costume. Like
I
I was
saw that
almost
on
on
the
the
story.
floor, and it's probably not that funny, but just for some reason to me, like they were just hilarious.
Are you like
They were
hidden in the
good.
crowd? Do I have to find you?
Yeah, no, that would have.
Oh my god, you should do
That
that.
would have
though.
been funny if. Oh my god. Yeah.
Man.
I'll
Okay.
bring the here. I'll bring the costume to Boston, and then when
Yeah.
we see Spider-Man No Way Home, I can hide in the theater.
Take a picture
yeah.
from like the back from
Like,
the front.
"Woo!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Is everyone
Anyway-
okay if I take a picture of you?
Anyway, ghosts. The rules got even more confusing when George Lucas made young Anakin the ghost who appears at the end, and it's like, so you
Right.
appear
Right.
as
right.
when last you were good is like the interpretation.
I
or maybe
know-
it just doesn't
I mean-
matter.
But that's
That
not
is
even that isn't even accurate because the
Yeah.
last
Yeah,
time
'cause he was as good was
when
in
he
the throne
killed
room.
Palpatine
Yeah.
in
Right.
the suit.
Yeah.
You
I
don't
know
think-
in Legends or like Old Republic stuff, Force Ghosts can appear how they choose to appear in real life, correct?
I kind of think of it like it's how they.
Right.
want to.
Which is still, I mean, I guess not weird. I guess I would want to look like Hayden Christensen too if I was, burned up and
Right.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Anakin-
imagine if you appeared all just like crusty and
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Nobody wants that.
Well, he also had eyebrows. Well, he didn't appear crusty actually because he was like,
No, he
Imagine-
looked good.
Just
He-
normal
I mean, it was-
Oh.
Imagine,
Yeah.
imagine if
Shot.
Luke. Imagine if Luke turned around and he just
if
saw
the
like,
ghost gets to
his
choose,
father's like burnt
Luke-
corpse.
Oh,
Luke
jeez.
chooses for his projection his cooler looking self. I don't know
Yeah.
what you
his younger
Luke,
like Jedi, like prime
his
Jedi
ghost-
Master self.
is like old hobo Luke, sort of, with like a nice Force Awakens.
Bro, it's straight up. No, it's more like it's like Big Lebowski, Luke. Are you
his
talking
hair is
about
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
His
Big
hair is
Lebowski.
weird in that scene.
We don't
Big
talk
Lebowski.
about the
Right.
wig. We don't talk
Yeah,
about the
it
wig.
You know, what I just kind of noticed. All of the all the nerds have a red kind of scheme.
And
Yeah,
have
we
blue.
will.
All the Marauders have the
Red
blue.
versus
Oh,
blue,
yeah.
maybe.
Yo,
All
Red
right,
versus
let's
Blue.
fight. Right
Just
now
thought
we
I'd
outnumber you. So.
And
Not
Anyway,
coordinated,
guys.
but I like it.
Anyway,
Do we have somebody else that's
White,
in here right now?
blue.
I think
Gray.
Is
Nope.
this?
I think that
I'll wait till she's ready.
yeah, the
Jamie-
biggest thing,
Jamie's in the queue.
to cap off any debate about Force Ghosts is that they wrote in is that they wrote in, I will become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. I'll become more possible. Like that line,
What?
you can do literally anything with that line. He
What is
said,
that? Wait, say it again.
I can be more powerful. I'll be more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Oh,
Frank
oh.
when Levi holds
I'll
his
be more powerful.
glasses when he says something.
I
like-
know. Why are you holding it like you're?
'Cause it's part
There's
of
like
the,
a camera on them.
it's
You
part
know,
of the-
he's
It's
looks
got a
so
camera
stupid.
on them.
Oh,
But-
Levi, we haven't talked about James Bond.
well, now's not the place to do it. But
I got excited.
We can mention it.
we
I thought
texted,
it was
we've
fine.
texted extensively
I
about
thought
it.
it was.
We
I
did,
thought
we
it was. I thought it was a good movie.
Still have
Okay.
not seen it.
With that way you say that.
Oh, one thing I can say. I just saw Last Night in Soho
No.
last night.
In Soho.
My
In
favorite
Soho?
my favorite
Last
movie
night
of the
is-
year. And so.
Oh, yeah?
Get
favorite movie
out of
the year.
here.
So
I know.
good.
I would rather have you share your controversial opinion, which is you did not like Dune.
Not like Dune.
I
Scum.
gotta see Dune. I still gotta see
Um,
Dune.
I know, I did too.
Oh.
I want to see it in theaters, so I've been
Dune,
holding off.
dudes.
I'm like
Dylan,
holding off.
I'll talk about it later. Actually, never mind.
Dune channel now. Anyway, despite myself
Got the
messing
job at
up,
AMC. Sorry.
despite that was derail
Derail.
central.
Go ahead.
Despite messing up the quote incredibly, so very tired. They said in the movie like it doesn't matter. Like essentially, they you can write whatever the hell that means because the whole point is
Yeah.
that when you follow the light side of the force and you pass into the force, you can just you're in like space nirvana, man, and you're just
Yeah.
one with existence, and you can just be like, and that's why I think it makes sense in like Last Jedi where Yoda uses the lightning and stuff because you're just one with nature.
Mhm.
So
Do you
it's just like-
think that promise of becoming more powerful than you can possibly imagine? Do you think that promise is paid off at the end of the Rise of Skywalker when like all the Jedi give Rey the power to like?
I mean, I think it's paid off when
resist
you
his
just
lightning?
exist
Oh yeah.
in nirvana. But yeah,
Hmm.
Well, yeah, but I mean that threat doesn't work
well, I don't
against
think
Vader.
But the whole
Right.
power thing isn't about actually having power. Like in that moment in Rise of Skywalker, they're able to turn Palpatine's power back against him. But the whole power part is more just, it's like more metaphorical. Like it's not about actual power. It's
I
about,
agree, but why would Obi-Wan use that as a threat?
because it was I think he was just. Being
I thought it was more of a just like, yo,
He was
this
trying
is
to
what
get
you
the
can
upper
do as
hand
light
on-
side. Like I'm about to be more powerful
Hi,
than
Jamie.
you ever could
I
be
guess-
in
I
the
guess
way
that's a
you
good point.
are. That's how I
Oh,
always
yeah, there she is.
interpreted
There
it.
she
so
is.
blurry.
She is.
Well, blurry.
Now
Spider-
blurry and
Spider Gwen.
just blurry.
There you go.
Is our
The
audio
sequel.
working?
We
Yes.
did that Burnett's.
Okay. I'm so confused.
No, gee.
Tim
sounds-
Holland Wi-Fi.
I don't know what happened.
Just-
It's just.
No, I get it. It's happened.
malfunction.
I know what
many
happened.
times. We've all
The
been-
nor'easter happened.
It's the
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's true. It was
Torrential
awful last
rains,
night.
crazy
my God.
winds.
Whoa.
Oh,
It was
last
awful.
night.
Oh,
Yeah.
go, Spider-Man.
Wait, you're not
Speaking
sitting in
of
front of the Scooby Doo
a
mansion?
nor'easter.
No, no.
Let's see
It
who's
was
under
awful
this
last
mess.
night. My God.
Yeah,
Anyways.
it really was. It was really
Brent
terrible.
asked
Last
me a
night.
question,
Yeah.
if I may
Yeah.
read it.
Oh, I'm talking about.
It's-
Last week.
Anyways, what did Brent
Or
say?
last week too. What did
Brent
Brent
said-
say?
It's interesting that the Star Wars lore has not dealt with resurrection or rebirth of a Jedi, or have some of the books or comics touched on it?
Well, Rise of Skywalker touches on.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Oh,
like
right.
Rey is resurrected.
I feel like Rey
that's a
dies,
good
comes
point.
back. But in
That's
terms
like the
of,
big payoff of like the
but
entire saga for me.
I think the biggest example though in Star Wars as a whole is definitely Cade Skywalker, who is just like
Oh, yeah.
uber force healer, and he
who
can
could just
yeah
resurrect people left and
resurrect
right.
people.
just go nuts.
He's just going nuts.
Yeah, the
God.
glasses touched.
So I'd say Brent, they have covered it, both in canon, less so, but in Legends as well. That
I like the idea that it's harder to do than Cade Skywalker makes it look.
Oh yeah. No,
I like
he-
to think I like the canon interpretation where it's like a life for a life, because we also see that
Yeah.
when on
More
Mortis,
costly,
when
yeah.
Ahsoka dies, and
was
the daughter brings her back through Anakin.
Exactly right.
Um,
There has to be some consequence for literally cheating death, like
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
cheating death. Right.
but like naturally, good way of cheating death.
Yeah, yeah. It's
So
I wouldn't
there's
even call it
also-
cheating because you're giving your life to save
Exactly.
someone else.
So
you
it's
know?
Resurrected
So it's like,
through the world between worlds, sort of. I know it's different, but
While Palpatine's way of cheating death is actually cheating death, and it's unnatural. and
He's cheating.
He's a zombie.
cheating. He's like the freaking Astros or whatever,
he
right? That's
cheated.
topical.
the Houston
topical,
Palpa
yeah.
Palpa.
Go
memes.
Braves.
Not Palpa memes.
Yo, this is good music. Not
I
very
know this
scary.
music's going hard
It's
right
good.
now.
Yeah.
This
This
is
music's
good.
going hard.
Yeah, I'm in a Star Wars scary music playlist, and this is the end of Palpatine's teachings, which kind of
Oh.
Yeah,
Carter Friend says Force Ghost
bit.
can do hella wall sits. I would think so. Yeah.
I would think
Oh,
so.
Oh, yeah.
my God.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
And-
Okay.
and-
Do you think
Sith
that
squats.
Obi-Wan sat in a log because he was like his legs were tired, or like?
But
So you
is
think
he
that's
interacting with it? Is he sitting on the log?
He's sitting on the log. Again, my
He's air
question is,
sitting.
what do you think he's doing if he's not sitting on the log? Do you think he's just squatting?
That's what I was
that's
saying.
even worse?
Oh,
Should he be squatting?
He's
I don't
flexing his
know.
calves.
So,
I don't
sorry
know, man.
to cut in,
But we-
or to-
So
Brent-
go ahead. Go ahead.
Brent, he was asking not about Resurrection or Rebirth, he was acting like specifically about reincarnation. Like, can a Jedi
Oh.
die
Nice.
and then be like reborn
Ooh.
as somebody else? And has that been covered?
Right.
Ah.
And I
Got
don't,
it.
Not that I
Pencil,
know of.
to my
in
knowledge,
2029.
Yeah. You
And
hope,
that's just
anyways.
that's really not how the Force works.
That's not
Well,
how
I mean,
the
it is
Force
and it isn't.
works.
it is and it isn't.
Because
Yeah.
when you die, you enter the cosmic force, and that's it. You know, you lose your consciousness, you become the Force,
Mm.
and the cosmic force and the living force are different things.
It
So-
feels wrong for the Jedi to even want to do that. Like, I feel like you're not a true Jedi if, like, you die and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna reincarnate myself. I feel like, Jedi, like,
Hasn't been done yet, yeah.
in their code or whatever, I don't know, they're just
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty selfish.
death is a part
Yeah,
of their,
true.
Death is a natural
death is a part of life. Yeah, exactly.
Rejoice for those who enter the Force.
Right. I know that
Something
Sith can like haunt things. Like
Yeah,
if we
they
if we
can-
want to
they
get
can go
Halloweeny,
to-
like
Well,
You wanna get
Spooky reincarnation.
Omen
scary.
and the Grand Inquisitor, that was a good one. The Grand Inquisitor's
Yeah, Grand
part is very
Inquisitor's a good
spooky. Very
Oh,
good.
he is spooky.
I say Grand Inquisitor is the most spooky Star Wars.
Yeah,
thing
'cause he-
defensively.
He doesn't even get a choice in the matter.
He's like
he's
an
there,
enslaved
he's stuck there,
soul.
which is great. What a great twist.
I'm missing
Well,
a part of
it's the
lore
spookiest
here.
Star
I'm
Wars.
confused as to what you guys are talking about.
So
Is
in
it-
the Star Wars comics,
Take it away, Matt.
in the Star Wars comics, Luke needs to get like a lightsaber.
Yeah.
And he goes to a temple that I used to say was on Elfrona, but it's not on Elfrona. Where is it, Levi?
Tempe's.
Tempe's. It's on Tempe's.
Tempe,
And
Arizona.
he goes to the temple to get the lightsaber, and it turns out that there's a trap that Darth Vader set for any Jedi who's trying to get a lightsaber from that temple. And it turns out it's the Grand Inquisitor. He's back
Oh.
as like a Force ghost who like attacks you and like tries to kill you if you steal.
Oh, yeah, that was
the
all over the
lightsaber.
place when that comic.
And he
came
like
out.
Wait, so he
flames.
was a ghost?
He was a ghost,
Yeah.
like basically.
Because
a
when he
ghost ghost.
dies in Rebels, he says some things are worse than death.
Yeah, and he says that again when
Yeah.
Luke gets away, and
So-
Darth Vader shows up and he's like, you know, can you kill me? Can
He's
you
like
kill me,
trapped.
guy?"
He's like his
Please.
soul is like enslaved to that specific spot.
Oh, okay,
It's
all
just
right.
like-
Because I was about to say, I was like,
it's
doesn't that
purple.
go against everything that like the
No,
Jedi
no,
stand for?
Yeah, he's attached to the temple. He's
Right.
haunting the temple. The same
It's
way
not
like,
his
Logan was
choice.
attached to the mask. And
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah,
no, it's
yeah.
absolutely not his choice. He wants to
Okay.
be gone and dead, but
Yeah.
like his Vader is. keeping
When you
his
said
soul
traps, I
there.
was thinking about Vader like setting up like Home Alone traps, like putting some marbles on the ground.
Yeah, he
or
put some.
something.
He put some matchbox on the cars.
Yeah.
Right.
Lego.
stepping on
No,
some ornaments.
good
like
stuff.
the guy.
Luke's trying to get the lightsaber.
But yeah, so yeah, Matt, though, it's not your fault that you thought it was on Elfrona, because in Star Wars issue 13, they accidentally printed Elfrona as the location because Charles Soule was deep in writing High Republic stuff and wrote the wrong thing.
Oh.
Um,
All right,
and
so then there you
later,
go.
later corrected it. But in it's Tempe's.
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 It's a storm planet.
Tempe's.
Ooh.
Cool.
So, like,
So that's what he meant
Oh,
when he said
Tempest.
some things are worse
Yeah.
than death.
Good.
That is. I like.
Is it-
I like how that line is
Clever.
followed through on.
Echoed. Yeah, I thought.
Yeah,
it
was that planned? Was that like
Probably not.
yeah? Because I just
Charles
thought he was talking
Soule.
about Vader, and I was like, that's so badass. And I guess he still is in a
He
sense.
still is.
He is because
Yeah.
Vader's the one who's doing this to him.
Right.
I think it's cool because Charles Soule is just an expert of like taking threads from other stuff
Yeah.
and being like, "This is a cool story that we could do," which
Yeah.
which we can definitely transition. That would have been a great segue into Crimson Reign because that's Charles Soule
Ooh.
taking a thread from
Right.
something. But I do want to mention, because initially we were talking about Anakin's Force Ghost, I do want to hear Jamie's thoughts and bring up the point that Anakin was. There was a point in time where instead of Yoda in The Last Jedi, Anakin would have appeared, but
Mm.
Ryan Johnson ruled against it because he felt like that Luke never really knew Anakin, so it wouldn't be as meaningful, which I agree with. But that's a time that Anakin almost came back as a Force Ghost.
Hmm.
This is true.
So I've
Oh.
seen murmurings about that again recently with the whole Anakin Force Ghost in the sequel trilogy. I think that for Last Jedi, Yoda makes the most sense because Luke never really meets Anakin until like that one Force Ghost at the very end, and he's just like, "Who's that?"
And it works with the
Um,
audience. Yeah.
Right. But there's been like the recent this week. Apparently, there was thoughts that Anakin could have been a Force Ghost instead of Han in Rise of Skywalker, which
Oh.
I think would have been not good because the whole point
Yeah.
of that scene is Han and Ben like
Yeah.
Right.
If
it just makes so much sense.
it's a full circle from Force Awakens for that
Right.
scene. I mean, that's like
Well,
everyone loves that scene, but
That's
for the
you
most
can't
part.
You couldn't do Anakin because the whole point of that scene is Kylo Ren reliving the biggest mistake he made and correcting it, quote unquote, correcting
Yeah.
it by choosing to do the correct thing he should have done on Starkiller Base. You know, throw his lightsaber back, go to the light side with Han. You know, obviously he can't do that anymore. He says, you know, it's too late for everything, and he goes, well, no, not if you.
What your mother,
Rescue
what she
Rey.
stood for, what
Yeah.
she fought for.
Man,
It's not
Wait.
John.
he
That-
nailed it.
That is good, and I'm sorry, anybody. I mean, I guess I can't do a broad generalization, but it's gotta be Han. It cannot be.
No,
Anakin.
that's a beautiful scene.
And
Yeah, that's
have-
perfect.
Strong thoughts about Yoda as well. It has to be Yoda, not just because he's Luke's master, but because Yoda was the Grand Master of the Jedi when the Jedi fell in the prequels, and
By fault it
Yoda,
was.
Failure is the coolest thing.
That's
Oh, yeah.
that's like my favorite scene from The Last Jedi.
Yoda
Great, yeah.
is was the Grand Master of the Jedi when they fell in the prequels. Luke was the Grand Master of the Jedi when they fell before, you know, the sequels, and he feels that same kind of like
No, it's perfect. It's
personal
perfect scene.
responsibility,
Right.
and it has to be Yoda to come and tell him like, no, you know, don't feel personally responsible. Learn
Nope.
from it, move on, grow from it, like I did.
Right.
But Jamie, what?
Yeah, Jamie thoughts. Ahsoka show.
Flashback or Force Ghost for Anakin and Ahsoka? What would you prefer?
I would prefer Force Ghost because the last time Ahsoka sees him as Anakin, obviously, is in the Clone Wars, and then they have like the encounter as Vader.
Right.
But I think that would give Ahsoka so much closure, knowing that Anakin did fully turn back. I think also it would be really cool if they work in Luke somehow.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah,
talking
we were
about
talking
that.
about
All
that.
three of them
All three of them in a scene would be.
around a campfire.
Yeah.
I-
Let me ask you this, Jamie. How many calamari flan would you put on that?
That's a good
What
question.
is the value of calamari?
No, what is-
Yeah, what's the conversion rate?
Yeah.
About
We
$1 US
decided-
dollar.
Yeah, we
Wow.
decided that in
About
the.
what-
Sure
one
about
US
that?
Well,
Yeah.
1 USD according to the Holonet Marauders.
Okay,
All- I
we've
go all
already
in on
established the
Force Ghost.
conversion rate for.
Oh
for
wow!
calamari flan.
All right, you guys are on
One.
top of it.
According to what
I think it
what
would make more sense for Force Ghost in the Ahsoka show. I think Force Ghost. For any other upcoming content, like obviously Hayden's going to be in Kenobi. I feel like flashbacks are going to happen more in that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think that they would really do flashbacks in the Ahsoka show because I feel they would need to cast Ahsoka into a younger version. And I don't
Yeah,
think
that
they're
would be
gonna do that
interesting.
already.
They could do. They
So-
could do it with makeup and whatnot, probably. But
Yeah, they already
well,
went out of
you
their
could
way
do
to get
makeup, but
Rosario.
Rosario is a
Right.
and Ahsoka is a teenager in the Clone Wars. There's a
Yeah.
big difference in the
They'd
body
have to-
alone.
Yeah, yeah.
what
definitely.
about?
Somebody else.
they cast Ashley as young Ahsoka.
See,
Yeah,
I
there
can
you
see
go.
that.
She looks like a teenager.
Ashley
Ashley
has
is young
small
Ahsoka.
stature, so that would be
We'll
great.
ask her at Rhode Island.
Oh no,
What did you? What was your guy's name? Bib Sajak? No.
no, it was
Oh,
Barker.
Bib Barker.
Bib
Barker.
Bib Barker.
Barker.
I don't.
Oh yeah, and that was an
I know
accident,
Grant
wasn't it?
Austin, Don't forget. Yeah, it was a typo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it would
It
hilarious.
worked out.
Wait, I follow up question for Jamie. Do
Yeah.
you think we're gonna get a little bit of Malachor in Ahsoka? And the reason I'm saying this is because I think it's very central to Ahsoka's character for where she's been for so long, and obviously Ezra's a part of that too. So I think we're gonna get some Malachor scenes, or some, or part of that fight, because we know that it's gonna at least touch upon the world between worlds and what happened
Yeah.
during the
Like,
original
that's
trilogy.
Really cool.
So.
If they
Yeah.
somehow redo parts of that sequence, not the entire scene.
Right,
but it's
Mm.
not the entire thing.
flashes of a flashback
Like the end
of
or
like
something.
the Anakin,
Yeah.
the Vader Ahsoka fight. Oh god, if they show like Hayden.
Well, they wouldn't show. Oh, maybe, but probably not.
Live
Okay,
action,
here's the thing.
live action.
We have
Rebels
like
Ahsoka
Anakin
would
like
be
my
cool,
back, but if they like end up showing Kanan casually in live action, I will probably pass
Oh,
out.
damn!
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
even
Freddie
think of
Prinze
that.
Jr.
I didn't
But
even
he
think
had
of
to
that
dye his
either.
hair.
Well, I think you'd see.
But
I think
it
you'd
would
see.
work.
You might see that in Andor. If you see the.
Oh, he'd
the
be
Ghost
live
Rider.
action.
That's another.
That's
That's a whole
true.
other thing, though.
He'd be
Yeah.
alive.
They
I don't know,
he
I
would
don't know
be
too much
live.
about that. What is the Kanan and Andor thing?
There isn't, but I just
There isn't, but
I think
it-
the ghost.
It would make sense.
The ghost.
Ghost
Hey,
Rider
what
might
makes
work
sense?
in
I was just
Andor.
trying to know if there
Makes
was something
sense.
that was said about it.
No,
I don't think so.
you heard it here first.
This is
Yeah.
just
Okay.
us spitballing, me being obsessed with Kanan Jarrus
I
Jedi
think-
Knight, so.
I mean,
I
there
think
are
Brandon
rumors.
Jarrus, Jedi Knight. I think it's too early.
Too
For
early.
who?
For the Ghost Crew.
No, I agree. Maybe like
And
season
Andor.
3.
Why?
Because Andor is like 6
Oh,
years
and
before.
Andor. Oh,
It's it's longer than it's not like a year or two, so it's before the Rebel Alliance has actually like been declared,
Right.
and before all the cells will
Maybe
come
like
together.
cameo based though.
Maybe
Like, very
I
early.
could. I'll give you this. I could definitely see Hera. I don't know
Well,
about
yeah,
Kanan.
I was just
Definitely.
going to say
Right.
that
Oh,
the
yeah.
rumors that say that she's in Rangers of the New Republic and whatnot.
Yes.
That they
Hera
have
will
it-
almost
they already
certainly.
have
do we
it
even
live.
know where that show's going?
Yeah,
It's gonna happen.
We've heard recent rumblings from somebody who must not be named.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About
I can.
about the Rangers of the New Republic.
They specifically
not
like
yet.
named it
Yeah.
as like one of the shows still being worked on.
And
I think they just had to rework the whole thing because of.
no,
Right, 'cause
they
of-
said
Yeah.
they did. They said that it was never. They said the only reason it was reported like that was because they just hadn't started working on it yet.
It's true.
But it
The
wasn't
show
that they,
hadn't
like,
been
retooled
written
it.
yet. Yeah, the show it was literally probably only a concept,
It was
maybe a
always
couple pieces of
planned.
concept art. So it's
for
not
Cobb
like they
Vanth.
had to. It's not like they.
Cobb
It
Vanth
was
is
always
one
Cobb
of
Vanth.
the main
the
guys,
concept art for the Mandalorian, so
There's
and
nothing to do with.
yeah, and
it's drove on him.
Cara Dune was not
Um,
ever supposed to be a lead. So even though they got rid of her, they don't have to really retool it that much.
But
It's,
just
Right,
to
right.
continue spooky ghost talk, you mentioned Kanan. Like, could Kanan even appear? Because Kanan, I feel like that scene when he finally passes on into the Force is pretty like final. Because he was sort of in the Loth Wolf for a while.
Yeah.
And then he's
So-
on like Hera's shoulder there, and she like puts her hand on the
Let's
shoulder,
see.
and then he like fades. And I feel like he was tethered still to like them. And then
I think
once
he could
Right.
be a
like he
voice
got like
at least,
released.
maybe.
Well,
Maybe
we
a
definitely
voice.
can be a
I-
voice because he's in
I-
Rise of Skywalker.
I
Yeah.
could.
But
Right.
Right.
Oh my god! I did it again.
Yeah, but-
I could see him being in live action. I don't know.
I don't. For me, like
that.
Kanan at the end is like
I would
I don't
certainly want
believe
it
that
to,
most
so.
of those Jedi at the end could manifest as a Force ghost. I feel
Yeah.
like that. I feel like
You tell
that
me
was just.
Galia could manifest.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think so, but I don't know. I just think like the Force was just so powerful in that moment. I don't know. I don't really know
Some
how
of the
that
people
works,
they threw
but
in there, so bizarre to me.
very
Kiadi
strange.
Mundi.
Yeah.
Why?
I
They didn't-
know.
Kiadi Mundi wasn't in it. It's Adi Galia. Adi
I'm
Galia.
sure- I'm
Adi
sure
Galia.
Kiadi's there.
It's
Luminara.
Luminara was
Kayla
there.
Sakura,
Yeah.
Here's the thing: they had to try to find as many female Jedi as possible,
It's
and that's when they
Luminara,
realized, oh shit, there's not that many female
There's
Jedi.
not that many. I know.
So that's who they
They
got.
coulda got-
to reprise.
They got
Avar.
like,
They could have got Avar Chris.
Avar
Yeah,
Chris.
who is this?
Edited in. Edited in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have been. That
The
would've
High
been a little
Republic
confusing.
cut.
Yeah, they'd have to do that kind of last.
My favorite is the billing order in the credits. It's Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen. Second one, Luminara Unduli. It's like
Dude,
Is
Yeah.
that how the
that's-
credits go?
it's like meanwhile you have Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, Kanan, Ahsoka.
That's funny.
Yoda. It's
I had
like
no
that
idea. I had no idea. That's how the credits go in for Rise of
Second-
Skywalker.
Second build is
Really?
Luminara.
The actress was like, "I'm not coming back unless you second bill me."
And he's
Second, give me a second credit.
I'm like, all right.
And she was trying to get on the poster, but they
Luminara. Luminara
Wait,
Unduli on the
what?
poster, that'd be great.
You're trying to get Luminar on the poster?
No,
No,
You know,
yeah,
that,
I'm kidding.
you know that like that teaser where it's the Hot Toys Palpatine figure behind Rey
Yeah.
and Kylo.
yeah.
I don't like that teaser, but imagine if it was Luminara's head instead.
It's just like the TVC
Yeah.
one in our head. Just
No,
like,
I don't. Yeah, I don't want that.
So funny.
I'm
that'd be
sorry.
awful.
That's still crazy to me that they use a Hot Toys head for.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it is
But did they
hilarious.
actually?
No.
Teaser?
Yeah.
yeah,
It's actually
I-
That's the Hot
Listen,
Toys Palpatine.
Like once you
I-
see it, you can't
that's funny.
unsee it.
You can't unsee
my
it.
my biggest issue with the sequels by far is that the posters.
If you
wish
know
the
Hot
posters-
Toys, you can tell that's a Hot
like,
Toys
uh,
head.
I like the Last
makes
Jedi
sense.
poster.
Yeah.
Last Jedi poster
that-
goes
that's-
That's
hard.
my favorite poster.
Is that a
No,
VHS?
Levi, what's the one you have? Like the.
I like all of the
first
alternate posters.
Last Jedi poster, right?
Yeah, like the Last Jedi teaser,
The teaser.
amazing.
The
Poster.
Yeah,
teaser
get
poster
that on the wall.
Yeah.
The theatrical poster.
What?
I don't know. I remember
know.
walking into Jordan's and
No,
looking
I,
back,
I
be
like,
like,
I
this
like the
movie's
teaser
about to
poster a
slap.
lot more.
The
Luke,
Jordans?
Luke looking sinister up there, half cast in.
Levi,
what,
can you?
blue
I
and red?
can't
CBS
tell. We can't
ones.
see it
Yeah,
It's-
that's sweet.
it's right there. It's behind the shelf. It's just
behind the shelf.
I don't know. I'm more of a fan of simplistic, like the Mando poster from Celebration with him in the.
I'm
doorway.
over-
Like,
I'm
I
over
think
the-
that
We have it up there somewhere.
Yeah.
there
that
it is.
is the peak of poster of Star
I
Wars.
agree
poster.
too.
I'm,
I like
I'm
the
over
simple
the
ones.
I'm over the ensemble posters.
Yeah,
I
just
need-
stacking
I don't
characters.
know, I
with
think
each
it's
other.
gonna
get-
It works
need to
for
get-
Star Wars really well. I
The
think.
Force
I
Awakens
love it
was
for
so
Star Wars,
busy.
but
It's
Star
great,
Wars
but
is
it's
the
so
origin
busy.
of that kind of
I
bullshit.
True.
AJ,
Right.
I fully agree. And you know what? My favorite Force Awakens poster is the one that they released for D23, where it's like it's drawn. I think it's Drew Struzan. who does
drawing.
it.
It
It's
is.
drawn
That one's-
with
that
with,
one's great.
with with the Han
Finn,
and Rey. I think that Kylo in the background. I think
Mm.
that one is like perfection.
Yeah,
Another
it's-
thing,
That's the last
last
Drew Struzan poster. Star Wars
May
poster.
the May 4th like backgrounds they did on Disney Plus. I thought all of those were amazing too.
Yeah.
I have all of
Oh,
those
those
saved
are
on my
great.
phone. All of
Those
those
were so
images were
good.
great. But, like the
Yeah, those are-
theatrical Rise of Skywalker poster, not a fan.
It looks
I
like
think-
cotton candy.
It's
it
Logan's
looks-
Yeah.
I
favorite
do like
three,
it in a weird way.
for
It's
sure.
very different than like any Star Wars poster ever.
Yeah.
I
It
like the
it just
red and
it
the
feels
blue,
so
but
off. I
it's
don't know.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wish that they kept it uniform with like the 2005 redesign of all the posters. To match
Yeah, I know what you
Well,
mean.
even
yeah.
just if they were uniformed together, because each trilogy kind of has, Matt and I
its
talked
own
about
thing.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they were all kind of different. So.
Yeah.
I
Well, because
will
you see them all
say-
laid out, and that one is just such a sore thumb.
I
Like,
like
yeah.
that they made the Rise of Skywalker poster to mirror the original.
Yeah, the Rise of Skywalker one I think is
Ooh,
honestly
yeah.
for me it's like the Force Awakens,
Kinda
Last
grab
Jedi
the
are more
whole
of the sore
thing.
thumbs because the Rise of Skywalker has like the white border. They made it
Well,
make it look more like a poster.
The Force Awakens one I wouldn't say is a sore thumb because that has the black bordering that the prequel posters did.
Yeah.
So
But the actual-
it
but the
kind of
content-
combined.
Let's go deep about posters. Yes,
Oh,
that
well,
one.
that's
That one's
the
It is-
Target.
the
Is
Target
that
exclusive
what is that
is
for?
best.
Is that Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rise of Skywalker. I think it was the
Target edition.
Target edition. Is
That's
like the
cool.
best.
That is sweet.
That is pretty
It is-
That should have been the
Oh.
poster.
Same thing.
I agree. It is my favorite of the posters.
I've never
think
seen that
it looks-
before.
Every sequel
held it
fan
up
just
to
has one
great.
on them.
The Target re-releases for each one, although the Force Awakens one is like thin and
It's
Kinda
thin
dumb.
and bizarre. It doesn't make any sense.
but the Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker Target releases are like the best.
I like the Last Jedi one as well.
Look at
I think
that.
I think the Last Jedi one is.
I love her cape. That is cool, but I like
really
the
good.
I like the theatrical.
I like the
more,
one
I
Matt
think.
I like
held up
this-
better than that.
Yeah.
like-
I like
I
the teaser
like
poster
this
for the Last Jedi the
Mm.
best.
Matt,
I
that
love
looks
the-
like
does
a
Rey have
thick
poncho on
VHS
that?
box.
It is. It is.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
she
thought that was
does.
So interesting that they did,
It's a VHS? That's so
character
crazy.
portraits
Those
She's
were
got the
cool.
boots.
The red, the red portraits. Those are great. Did we have
Yeah.
one up?
Yeah, you have the Kylo one up.
Yeah.
Moving on. I wanted to touch on so Disney Plus Day is coming in like 13 days from now or 12 days from now,
Oh, I
something
forgot.
like that.
I actually completely forgot about that.
Obviously we're getting Boba stuff. What do you guys think we're gonna get any like?
Boba!
Do you think we're gonna get any new announcements or
Fennec
just
Shand
like?
Black Series revealed.
I think we'll get some.
I'd say.
I'm
Kenobi release
very
date.
hopeful. Well, Dylan was asking like, wait, did you mean like new shows?
Yeah, I wasn't really
Yeah.
finished, but yeah, are
Like,
we
I
gonna get
think-
like new shows or just like or they're just gonna show us
show.
everything we already know about?
Finn show,
I'm
please.
hoping they like show couple trailers or something, release dates, and then at the end they're like, oh, by the way, we're working on maybe like 2 animated shows or something. That would be
Yeah, right. Because we
agree.
know there's more in the works than what they've shown us.
I
Yeah,
would,
definitely.
I would lose my mind. I think what they showed us so far is the slate until 2023. So anything they would reveal
All I ask for
on November
just-
12th would be like post 2023, I think.
the
Right.
Marvel map that the Marvel gives you. Lucasfilm, give us that, please.
Yeah,
just
I-
give us
I-
the map
I
of when
agree.
stuff's coming out.
Yeah.
They
I
did
mean,
it
we
when
kind
the
of had
trilogy
that.
Marvel
came out.
hasn't
Yeah,
done
yeah,
one in a while
exactly.
though too, because everything got changed. I think the last
That's
time they
true.
did.
I guess with the
Everybody keeps,
pandemic,
like,
it's all.
Yeah.
Going back
Yeah.
and like referring to the old maps and being like, oh, remember when?
Yeah.
Remember when
the old
When
map.
It is kind of
Remember
fun to
Remember
be
when
in
there
the
was
dark.
an
What's gonna
Inhumans
happen?
movie?
Yeah, remember when the Inhumans movie was gonna happen?
Because we already know everything that's coming up until 2023, and like obviously, as a
I'd say end
content
beyond. I feel
creator, I
like-
enjoy that. But there is sort of fun being in the dark of like when things are supposed to be coming out.
Like when is Lando?
It is, yeah.
Is that 2020?
That's true. Yeah, there are some we have really no idea.
I don't know.
Because that's what they announced,
Yeah, I
right?
think
It was
that
this was
the
the
Boba
slate.
Fett trailer,
Yeah.
obviously.
A
Still
droid
waiting
story.
for
Well,
Ryan
maybe
Johnson's
everything's
trilogy.
back. Any day
I hold
now.
out hope. I hold out hope.
Any
for
day
Ryan
now.
Johnson.
I like to hold out hope as well.
I think that the release. think
I
they'll
feel like they're
show
just gonna
release
go,
dates
like, I
for
feel like
the
they're just gonna
upcoming
go
shows
hard
that we
for
know
shows.
of that have been filming.
Yeah.
Sorry,
What?
there's like so much delay right now. I can hear
Sorry,
myself
yeah, I
now.
just
hate it.
started hearing you talk.
Trent, can you say it again?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And asked. Well, I asked, can you say it again? And we were all just quiet. So
Hey, we get to listen to Anakin's dark deeds.
Yeah, I'm
It's beautiful.
feeling that. He does do some dark deeds.
Long story short, I think we'll get some new announcements.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
hope they talk
I
about
don't.
Rogue Squadron a little more. I think.
Yeah, me too. That's what I hope
plot.
they. I really hope they go into. And maybe
Yeah.
give us some details on Taika's movie because I know he started
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
They have to do it sometime now. Like with
I think it's a film about Geo.
That's a
Yeah.
good. That's a good guess, but I don't know.
Taika would do that. Taika would film 2 hours of just Da Vinci
And
sitting.
the logo's like a rock. So
Do we
Imagine
think
the
he's gonna
thumbnails.
go? He's gonna go into the Force route, or he's gonna go into
Yes.
like the?
I think
The
Rogue
Force.
Squadron is going to be like the non-Force movie, and
And
then
then
Taika
Taika's
Waititi's is the Force movie.
And Taika's style,
Like,
is so
good balance.
unique, and I'm so interested to see like what he does and how he makes it work.
Yeah, he does, what he does with the Force, I don't know.
2 hours of 2 stormtroopers shooting a can, shooting a
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even put it past
and
him.
punching Baby Yoda in the head. What was it? I think
Scariest
my-
scene in all of Star Wars.
Yeah,
Scary.
Right. My
Yes,
realistic
child abuse,
prediction
yes. Full
is
scary.
no new announcements, like if
Guys,
the shows. Or,
So are we gonna
Lasso,
get like teasers and
Baby
trailers?
Yoda.
Like, are we gonna get like an Obi-Wan teaser? Do you think?
maybe.
Think about
I think
that.
so.
Pictures,
I think
maybe
so.
stills.
I think pictures
Teaser.
at the least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Levi made a joke. I missed it.
I
I
did
said,
too.
think about that.
Middle
Ted
dates
Lasso
and
beat
possible
Baby Yoda.
teasers.
Holy crap! You're right.
Yep.
That was
Ted
just-
Lasso is Ted Lasso's a war criminal.
That
That's
is a
funny as
scary
hell. I didn't
scene.
even think of that.
He
Yep.
punched Baby Yoda in the head.
He got what he
Oh, that's
deserved,
right.
though.
Good point.
Not okay.
I didn't get the
Not
joke
okay.
at first. I'm like, oh yeah, Jason.
Wow.
Sudeikis.
So anyway, yeah, I mean, I think we'll get that Boba Fett trailer because we're getting that Boba Fett
Yeah.
like, short film essentially about
Oh,
the
yeah.
life of Boba Fett, and I think honestly, what Brent said in the chat, the most realistic thing is like a Bad Batch season 2 teaser.
Right,
Yeah,
that
would
always
be
slips
great,
me.
'cause
Yeah.
that's done. That's ready to go.
'Cause
Mm.
that'll
should be.
well, at least they have like footage.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
They
do
have
we
stuff
think we're
they
gonna
can
get a
show.
bunch of trailers? Like, is that?
I don't think a bunch. I think just like at Investor Day where
Yeah.
you get like a
Mm.
few and maybe like some teasers because
I
we
can't
have
remember how
some release
many
date.
how many things did we get? I know we got like a lot of announcements.
we
on-
got
on
the
Disney.
Cassian, we got the
Oh right, that behind the scenes video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. The sizzle.
Yeah, the
Right.
Cassian
Well,
behind the
Sizzle-
scene.
and what else was there? There was.
There was like a
Then-
bit of for Obi-Wan, but that was
There was
just
the-
for the investment.
And yeah, and then there was the Bad Batch trailer. There's a Bad Batch
Right,
trailer.
Bad Batch trailer. That's right. That was big.
And then it was
Right.
it was like you got like Mandalorian stuff
Right.
that week.
Well, I think we'll definitely see some Ahsoka stuff, just because that's sort of coming up.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't.
Is it?
Well, I
They
guess
haven't-
they haven't started
actually no.
filming yet.
We have some
They
things in
haven't-
between that, don't we? Maybe.
We
we have a
we
lot. We have a lot in between that.
Obi-Wan, Mando season 3. Those are
Yeah.
both coming before.
When does Acolyte come out? 2020.
Acolyte. I
Acolyte
really hope
starts
we get
filming
word
in
on
January,
Acolyte.
I think.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, they
yeah,
are?
December or January.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
We know nothing about the Acolyte.
But we
Yeah,
don't know
I'm
anything
just-
about the Acolyte, so maybe
Yeah,
some
I want to see
Acolyte
that
stuff.
show so badly.
Just give us a few sentences about all these shows.
I
and
know.
then-
I just want. Just give me a
trailer.
snippet. Give me something I can. Yeah.
This was
But I
saying-
can
I
hold
mean,
out hope
allegedly, it's starting to film soon.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, Acolyte. Yeah, in January.
Yeah.
I said that more concretely than it should be. 'cause
Oh,
I think it's
all these
February,
That's
but I
why-
wasn't gonna say.
yeah, that's why I said allegedly.
Allegedly, it's
I
supposed
didn't-
to be
okay.
soon.
I mean, according to freaking Kevin Smith, Ahsoka is filming in December. So
Yeah,
That makes sense, I guess.
All right. And
And-
Mando 2 has started, or Mando 3 has
Three.
started, right?
Mando 2.
It's
Mando 2 started.
Mando 2. Oh, God. I gotta catch up.
who did they bring back? Who did they bring into the studio recently? I think Rosario Dawson filmed something.
Sam
Carl,
Recently.
Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers.
He
Oh, yeah.
tweeted about
I
something.
wish.
No, he did.
What
For
happened?
Mando.
Oh yeah, you did. You're right.
Right, yeah.
They brought I think I heard something about them bringing Rosario Dawson into the studio to film something.
Well, I
but
mean,
obviously,
she's
since
supposed to
Ahsoka
be
hasn't
filming.
started filming yet,
Right.
She's filming
for
allegedly for season 3 of Mando.
season
We
3.
can talk about. You
Yeah.
guys, it's not a spoiler or thing, but it was out there. But the Mandalorian fan people.
Yeah, the
Yes.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Mandalorian clan.
same kind of thing
Oh,
they did.
that's
with,
gonna be.
uh,
I
I
mean,
mean,
that's.
I
Jamie's delayed, so she's like doesn't know what I'm talking about. But
I
yeah,
love
the
them doing that.
Oh,
yeah.
the Mandalorian Mandalorian thing. So
Yeah.
So there's apparently a database out there that is maintained by Lucasfilm, which you can like submit like costumes that are essentially like legit type costumes. So mainly people who are in like Bravo First and Rebel Legion, Mandalorian mercs. But recently the database has straight up been like reactivated, and there is apparently a casting call for like 75 plus like custom Mandalorians.
Yeah.
which is awesome.
I don't have a Mandalorian costume. Darn.
Yeah.
And
I don't
the
know.
Wolverine.
And there was recently something about First Order. They want First Order stormtroopers in New York City on November 23rd. So I don't know what that's.
Oh yeah.
What?
I'm guessing it's
Huh.
one of the.
Is Disney taking
Bring Home
over?
the Bounty releases.
Yeah,
Disney's taking New York.
There's the campaign right now for merch that's Bring Home the Bounty.
Yeah, we talked about that a
Oh.
little while
We
ago.
saw
They-
Watch
a
out,
rumor
New
that
York
there's
Star
something
Killer
happening
bases in the
on
sky.
23rd
But
that
they-
is sequel trilogy related.
Right. But they brought in 501st people for stormtroopers in season 1, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yep.
it's similar to that.
That's cool. That's really cool. I like that they
Well,
do
yeah,
that.
because
That's
like
really
if
cool.
the costumes exist.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Mm.
Opposed to
Yeah.
having
People put
Why
so
not let
much
the
work into
community
making
get
the
it?
Right.
screen accurate.
Yeah.
You might as well
Exactly.
take advantage
Exactly.
of
exactly.
And I mean, I'm sure we're gonna see some like pretty mundane, like normal ones, but I also think we're gonna see some goofy freaking outfits, or maybe not goofy, but just like out there, you know,
Goofy Mando.
Yeah.
some
That'd be cool.
crazy
Yeah,
man.
literally.
Yeah.
Flames on the side.
that. It's gonna be
Bunch of
goofy.
goofy
and
men
Hot
over
Rod,
there.
Hot Rod,
Yeah.
Hot Rod Mando.
Oh
Hot Rod
yes,
Mando.
please.
Yeah,
Mando.
that'd be
Yes,
sweet.
please.
Let that one slip through the cracks,
Spider-Man
please.
Mando.
do
Spider-Man
it.
Mando. Spider. Yeah.
Where's Waldo
Spider-Man
Mando would
Mando.
go crazy.
Yes.
Vault suit Mando.
You can
Oh my
find him.
God.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I-
right. There's a giant crowd and nobody can find you.
No one-
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Right,
You're
yeah,
there, but
You're there, but
you
no one
tell
can
everybody
find
you're
you.
there. But
Yeah.
Well-
Dan the Man says they're supposed to be getting a reveal of another Star Wars game in December as well. That was on that
Oh, yeah.
slate.
Right.
I don't know. I
Right.
mean, I could always see them just talking about hunters and that's it. But
Star
we haven't
Hunters.
gotten
maybe
a
we
Star
will
Wars
get
game.
in
In, I feel like it's been forever.
I
but
mean, all we
that's
know
why
is they got the Old
but-
Republic game in Hunters and potentially
Right.
Jedi Fallen Order 2.
I don't
yeah,
really
we know.
care about Hunters.
Ooh,
that
ooh,
much,
here's a
to be
good
honest,
one.
but it's
Because
cool, but-
it reminded me the theme just
Yeah.
came on. Do you think we'll get casting photos and confirmation of like Lars as Thrawn or something of that nature
for Disney Plus Day.
for anything? Just like we're getting Lars Mikkelsen to be our Thrawn, and we're getting
I mean, we're gonna get
Cinema
that.
Suit
We're gonna get
to be
that
Ezra.
someday.
I'm
But
guessing
Yeah.
since it leaked, they're
Yeah.
probably gonna be like, yeah, let's just announce this.
Yeah,
Kinda
I
like what
feel
they
like-
did with Ewan.
right, I
Hmm.
feel like if they bring it up, if they bring up Ahsoka, then they'll most likely be like, yeah,
I can
we
see them
have
doing that,
Ezra
yeah.
and Thrawn here, so
Yeah.
Well, we've been going for about an hour here, and while I have my HoloNet Marauder friends with me, and I rarely get a chance to talk to them anymore, I did want to touch on the Crimson Reign,
Ooh.
which is
Do it.
something
When's
big.
the first
Go
issue?
for it. In fact, fill me
December.
and the audience in because we are in the dark.
But
Yes.
but the preview came out, and it was
Spicy.
wow.
Those are real
guys.
glasses.
Yeah,
color encounter.
it was
Glasses
nuts.
dropper.
Not so bongo, might I say. It was great, and I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it. So yeah, I guess to catch the audience up, for those who don't know, right now Charles Soule, writer, Star Wars extraordinaire, is penning a trilogy of Star Wars comic miniseries taking place between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, starting with War of the Bounty Hunters, which just finished, and now he's in the second one, Crimson Reign, and it's all about how Crimson Dawn is coming back onto the scene and Kira's plan to upend the galactic order in this time, and it's pretty freaking dope. And she has this great graph, and she's like, "Yes, I'm a regulatory capitalist. Here, you got to keep the things." And it's very funny.
Yeah.
It was. I was laughing.
She's like debriefing the Knights of Ren. She's like, let me tell you all about the Sith and Darth Maul. It's
Is
like,
that where we got that tiny Knight of Ren?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was cool. He
Vic
was-
Earl's son.
Yeah, because she's
possibly.
calling the Knights of Ren and
Species that's small.
the bounty hunter from Hunters, Deathstick,
Yeah,
Yep.
Imra Vex.
got it.
Imra Vex. That's
And
it.
possibly
that's the name.
someone in clone armor of sorts, but we don't
Well,
know. What the deal is
that's
there.
actually no, that's Chanath Cha, the bounty hunter from Lando, also written by Charles Soule, and so he's bringing back a character.
Darn. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that clone
They're-
armor though?
It is. Their group
Okay.
is called the Orphans. That's what they're called.
Okay.
And then this crazy witch lady, who's called like the Archivist, and she's based on Darth Maul concept art.
Yeah,
Nice.
she's like the
Oh.
nightmare.
And she looks
Oh, that
pretty cool.
concept art is
Oh,
sick.
that's right.
That's cool.
And so like the story opens, which I have a theory that it's like Luke and Ben, or like Luke and Lor Santeca, or maybe Lor Santeca and Ben looking at this old holocron. Like the story opens like you're telling a ghost story. Like it's two people, unknown people, talking about a holocron, and then it like awakens, and it's like, let me tell you the story of Kira, and then it goes like, woo, the screen gets all wavy and like back in time. And so I think it'd be super cool if it was like Ben Solo learning about this. Like this old
That would be
holocron.
sweet. Yeah.
Like Lor Santeca
And it's Charles
was, like,
Soule, so
it's Charles, and Charles
Makes
he
sense.
knows. So that's
Speaking of hot rod armor, do you like that? What's her name with the black armor and the flames on it? The flames painted on it.
yeah, it's all just so cool. But anyway, I want to hear your guys' thoughts, because in this we finally War of the Bounty Hunters. They were dancing around it, but she's just like, yeah, man, Maul was my master, and this is Darth Maul. He was very cool. He got screwed over by the Sith, and now I want to kill Vader and Palpatine, and that's my plan.
Yeah,
That's her. That's what she's up to.
she's trying to take over.
Her whole thing is she wants to kill the Sith so that the galaxy can rebalance.
Ain't gonna
it's
happen.
I mean, I'm super excited for her because
Here's the chosen one, after all.
yeah, I mean, ever since the Solo, we all love Solo here, I think, and
Well,
having that
some of
little
us.
Yeah,
whatever.
I think it's fine.
majority.
I don't hate it.
You saw it at a dark theater or something, right? But anyways,
Yeah, he had his blind theater.
Yeah, I
ever since
actually
we
had blacked out glasses on while I was watching it.
Yeah, it's a-
So-
you were Bernie that day.
right.
Yeah.
Bernie.
Correct.
So, what was I saying? Ever since we had the cliffhanger with Maul, we wanted that Maul Kira connection and whatnot, and we're still gonna have to wait for that. But maybe we'll get some insight on it in this. We definitely will, I think. And as great as these comics are, I just really want to see it on screen. Like I want to see
Well, yeah.
post Solo on screen or something, obviously, or even
Mhm.
pre Solo. With
Yeah.
Bring
Kira.
back Kira. I would love to see
Um,
Kira again.
I would love
No,
to see
I-
it in animated form.
That'd
That's
be
That'd be
what I'm
cool.
hoping for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that.
I mean, we're starting to get to the point though, where at first I was like, "Oh, Kira being in this bodes well for her return," and it still might for like post Solo.
Yeah, I
this, but the stuff that it's starting to go into
Mm.
in this comic is like seems like the definitive, like this is Kira's story, and maybe
Yeah.
she doesn't make it
Yeah,
out of this.
I feel the more they do, the more they
The
do
less-
in comic
yeah.
is the less likely they'll do it on live screen,
Like-
on
Yeah.
live action.
It's
so.
hard to describe, but
On
the
a
way
live
that
stream.
the way
On a
that
live
Charles
stream.
the way that Charles Soule is writing it, it's not like definitive, or it's not vague anymore. It is very like, this is the tale
Yeah,
of Kira,
yeah, yeah.
and it's like,
I think
It's really cool.
what
Yeah.
was it was like a Twitter thread with Pablo Hidalgo recently where he talked about a certain character whose name,
he's been
Yeah.
talking a lot lately, and all of it's
He's
good.
just talking
tidbits.
a lot.
but he was talking about somebody
Just
asked him
dropping knowledge.
specifically like, was it Aura Singh? Yeah, it was Aura Singh.
It's about Aura Singh.
Yeah, and he was talking about how, her appearance in like the comics after episode 1, everybody thought that meant that she was going to appear more in like episode 2,
Episode
and it
2.
turned out to be the opposite.
Oh.
No, yeah, she just
Yeah.
never
Right.
seen
She
again.
wasn't-
They
right.
they utilized her in the comics because they had no plan for
They
her.
had no plan.
Right.
Hmm.
And I think that is
I mean, seriously,
think
we
that
could
can be
do-
applied
Maybe
to
because they're
Crimson Rain.
Right.
I don't know who's talking right now. If anyone's talking.
No, you're good.
Okay.
So I think that maybe in that vein that like they're using Kira this much in this era because they know that they're not going to work her into this post like Imperial
Right.
era and the New
Yeah.
Republic era,
Yeah.
but maybe they want to go back and fill in like the how did she get there story. I think that there's more room for
Mm.
that.
I think Kira's gonna die at the end
Definitely.
of all this. I
Oh,
think Kira's
I mean, if that holocron's saying like, "Here's the tale of Kira," I feel like that almost implies.
I do
I mean,
still
go-
think she could come back. Like obviously something like post Solo, like obviously before all this comic stuff. I feel like
Right,
there is still
right. Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
we
don't
need-
know
in
if you can tell
Maul's
a more
tale, we need
interesting
to-
story than
yeah,
what's
I know we
going
need
on
we
now,
need
though.
some we need Maul. I need
How Maul
I
gets to
need
Malachor,
Maul.
so-
Yeah, I need
That's
that.
true.
I need
That's
that.
Honestly, we could do a whole a
A
whole
slow
a whole-
descent into madness.
We could do a whole
I wanna see it.
podcast just on Pablo's recent tweets because he's been dropping so much like crazy insider knowledge about like transition between Lucasfilm and Disney, like certain stuff about how long things were in certain drafts, and just like
Hmm.
really interesting information that's just like cool.
I've seen a little, but not a ton.
I've screenshotted a lot of it. Like he was talking about, speaking of Maul, like George's like ideas for Maul back when they were making Clone Wars, and I don't know, it was cool. It was cool. This whole crime lord thing and Maul's importance in bringing Kira back is just
Yeah,
it's all
from
all-
that pretty much.
it's all
Yeah.
very cool.
And anytime we get the Knights of Ren, obviously we get very excited. So.
Well, yeah.
the core, as they're known. Yeah, Ren.
Yeah.
Although you gotta wonder, are they just like a plant by Palpatine? Because if you've kept up with the Vader comic as well, Ochi is revealed to be quote unquote working with her and working with Crimson
Yeah,
Dawn.
he's a Crimson
But-
Dawn guy.
But I totally think that's just a lie. I mean,
Well, he
Like
freed
that-
her. Why would?
but- because post Tross,
You gotta sell it.
post Return of the Jedi, this guy is like the Palpatine devout.
True.
He is before, and I feel like he is after. And I feel like if he betrayed Palpatine willingly, Palpatine would put an end to Ochi.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
But I think it's just a big old play. I don't know about the Knights though. The Knights are kind of confusing because later on they're definitely with Palpatine, but they just respect whoever has the most power. So that one makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah,
Um,
but they're not really with? Are they with Palpatine before Ren is killed?
after
like-
Ren is killed, they
yeah.
definitely are. I don't know.
Snoke
about-
he-
knows them, so probably.
Well,
That's the
Snoke
whole
knows them
thing.
because he probably knows of them, and he probably maybe worked with them once or twice. But I
Mm.
don't think they've pledged.
I think
don't
I
they
think you
have
might be
any
right,
allegiance
man.
to
I think
Palpatine.
when Ren's in charge, they're just doing their own.
They're just doing their own thing. But once he's killed and
Palpatine
Kylo
got
takes
it.
over,
Palpatine got on the phone with his boy Vickrell and was like, "Hey, you get the lads together.
hey buddy, come to Exegol.
We're getting the gang back
Exegol,
together.
we have great healthcare benefits here. Like,
Yeah.
how you get it? Like they keep you going. Like it's
Where are we
nuts.
dropping, boys?
I feel like
Out of the night buzzard.
once like Palpatine knew that Ben
rules.
switched sides, that's when he called the Knights of Ren to Exegol and was like, all right, he's gonna come here, so take care of him for me.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I love-
okay.
but they didn't stand much of a chance.
I,
did
I
they?
love the Knights of Ren theme, man. I just recently, it's been on the brain. It's been on the brain because I bought this Appleck Vintage Collection figure, and
Oh, yeah.
and I was just
Right.
watching all the Knights of Ren scenes in the Rise.
You know,
of
it'd be nice
Skywalker.
if they made the rest of them, but
It would
I
be
agree.
nice.
one day.
It would be cool
Um,
if they were in, the Black Series too.
I know.
And I made-
Only
and I-
neutral.
And I just got obsessed with watching Albrecht, the Sith monkey alchemist, because it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
so funny.
Oh,
Like his
great.
lips are moving, he's going.
He's going-
He's going-
which is the Funko Pops.
He's, like, fixing up the thing.
Yeah, it's so good. I was,
Oh
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was like, this is
I
just
forgot
so
there's a freaking monkey in that movie.
I was like, this
Dude.
is
That's
so.
funny.
I was like, this is just so Star Wars and
Oh my
lovely. He's
God.
going. I don't-
Am I imagining it? But I'm picturing him with a cigar. Does he have a cigar in the comic?
I remember.
No.
I think you're thinking of the smoke.
No,
Okay.
It's just the welding
There was-
smoke.
there was
yeah.
the
Yeah,
welding
it's
smoke
smoke,
in
and
that
he's going.
I
He's
think
going.
that's what you're thinking of.
I think somebody needs to give him a cigar.
Put a cigar in his mouth. Yeah.
I think.
But
somebody
as a
needs to
result,
fucking-
I was also watching for my boy Appleck here in the Knights of Ren fight against Ben Solo, and he's got some moves in there. He does
Oh,
the
yeah.
sweet swing, and
It's
and
tough with the
he's
axe.
like,
Once you
it is
swing
tough
it, you're
with
all
the
Yeah.
in.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, it was a lightsaber against what's it called? Like not lightsabers.
Yeah,
Nice.
true.
Vibro
Yeah.
blades.
Though,
Nice.
though they seem
Other
to,
weapons.
they don't seem to just like
It's in Solo. It's in Dryden
break.
Voss's,
Right.
Yeah.
space.
they
Yeah, I
actually-
guess that's
Mandalorian
true,
battle
yeah.
axe.
Yeah,
Is what it is
yeah.
technically,
So that's a Mandalorian battle axe. So how did he get that? He got it from Dryden Voss's yacht, I guess.
He
Some
stole
point.
it. That's gonna be in the
Is-
Crimson.
Maybe
So is
that's
that like
maybe that's
canon
your-
that those are
He
the same
sneaks
thing?
away. Ooh, he's
Actually-
I mean, they look exactly. It's the same prop.
What if Kira? What if Kira has that and gives it to the
Gives
Knights
it to
of
him?
Ren?
maybe.
Yeah.
Woo.
That'd be
Now
cool.
we're off and running. Connections.
So yeah, but I mean, what do you guys think? Are you excited for the rain? For the
Of course I
Crimson Reign?
am.
Yeah, of
I mean, This is
course.
part 2 of a 3-part, like a trilogy of series.
Trilogy.
War of the Bounty Hunters was
Good.
good.
It was
But-
It didn't live up
Slow
to the
down.
hype I wanted.
Slow
but
down.
I reread it and I give it 2 thumbs up. You can
I'm
read
sure
about
reading it
on,
all at once.
You can
is
read about it
awesome.
on hollandnetmarauders.com,
Yeah, there we
where I
go.
write my comic
up there.
reviews.
There you go. There you go.
Yep. Leave it to the full review.
Comic
for us
Corner,
on the,
right?
on the blog, which is awesome.
Thanks,
yeah.
guys.
Hey Levi.
He does
No,
it with
but
the
se-
glasses on.
No, but seriously, like, if you read especially if you just read like the miniseries, like the 5 issues, as like this core thing, it 100% lives up to like Boba Fett. He's just fighting Zuckuss, Bosk, Dengar, Valance, Forlom. Like he's just blasting bounty hunters, and it's great. It's the War of the Bounty Hunters. They're all coming.
I gotta
after
read
him.
it all at once in like
That is
the,
really
when the
cool.
trade comes out.
It's just like
Yeah.
it's just like a
That's gonna
It's
be
a romp.
interesting to see
it's a
when
Boba Fett romp.
when Book of Boba Fett comes out. We're
And
gonna-
Charles still talking about that. How War of the Bounty Hunters is Boba's story, and then the following ones are really Kira's story. And it certainly seems that way
There we
from
go,
the
yeah.
preview. Like it's following now Kira as the main character.
You know, I've been.
Uh,
semi-ironically clamoring for a Prince Shizor like a reference or appearance or something. But I think Kira kind of fits that role, not perfectly, but she fits that kind of like
She does. It's very similar.
The main figure of post-Empire, pre-Return of the Jedi. There is like this the main villain kind of person working in the shadows to try to, you know.
I mean,
I think she works better than Prince Shizor in the.
She's a lot more competent.
So far as she's connected, you know, in Shadows of the Empire, it's just like this random crime boss who pops up and he's like, "I want to be Darth Vader."
He's a Slimo.
Yeah, and then he just starts doing stuff. And you're like, "Who the hell is this guy?" But with Kira, it's like she has a connection to Han. She has a connection to the underworld. We've already seen an entire movie with her. So her popping up and trying to like do things makes much more sense than some like rando sleazebag popping up and being like, "Hey."
Exactly.
I just love the whole like million stronger than one thing. Like she was a scrum rat. Like it all tracks.
Yeah.
I think it's very cool.
It works. Like 100%.
And to go back to War of the Bounty Hunters, like all of the one shots are so good. The IG-88 one, the Bausch one, the
Forlom and Zuckuss one.
Forlom and Zuckuss, like they were all like
back fiends.
They were all so good, and like some of the like I was thinking about it as the trades, like all these trades are going to collect the different parts of the crossover, and like the Vader one was super cool. Like you started with like capeless Vader, and he's just like punching down Ochi, and him and Ochi like defending against all the Crimson Dawn people on Boku's planet. Like it's just like so cool. Like just cool stuff. Like Ochi of Bestoon is just the best. Like,
dude,
he is just.
That's the best thing to come out of this.
He's catapulted to like star status.
Star status, top tier Star Wars
Ochi of
character.
Bestoon. Who would have thought?
When he's got the freaking olive and wine.
Dude, we can talk about the olive and wine scene.
Hors d'oeuvres. He kicks in the door. I'm Ochi of Bestoon.
And then he immediately gets knocked back.
It's like he's so great.
He's just oh my god.
He's just the best. Johnny and Dylan stuff.
What? No, I'm following.
Can you get this? The guy who was just a skull in The Rise of Skywalker is one of my favorite expanded Star Wars characters.
Well, he has one scene where we see his little anus eyes, but when he's alive.
His little anus eyes.
Thank you
for that, Matt.
Which we now learn were burnt on
the Kyber crystal.
We saw the Kyber crystal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good
he wasn't
stuff.
supposed to have those eyes, but he's got them now.
No, he got his eyes. He has eyes burned out. Not great for him.
And he looks like Arkham Knight.
He does
his
look like
armor.
Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight. He does.
Arkham Knight. Oh god.
Hey,
Hey,
it's
good
not
game.
Jason Todd.
I like driving the Batmobile. All right.
It's a great game. It's a great game. It's a great game, but Arkham Knight.
And Levi, you would
The
be
character,
proud of me.
not the game. The character.
Oh
I
yeah,
just finished
okay.
the third Aftermath novel, so I
Hey,
breezed through the entire trilogy over the past like month and a half.
it's a good one.
I'm on to Bloodlines.
Finally.
Bloodline, I should say.
Your favorite era.
My favorite era, dude. I'm pumped.
It's so
The
sick.
Cold War.
I love that. Did you get
Yeah.
that at GameStop?
Yeah, I think so. It's supposed to be like a nightlight or something, but
That's so cool.
Whatever.
I want to get.
And the
I need
fact
more.
that-
I need Fallout props. That's what I need in
go
my life.
to Bethesda.
Yeah, like
Shop. They
go
have a ton of
run
stuff.
and steal stuff from Bethesda. I
steal
think it's
stuff from
crazy,
Bethesda?
Matt, that all of those books came out before even The Last Jedi, and how well they like set up.
Yeah,
That
dude.
is
The
kind of
Rise of
nuts.
Skywalker.
I mean, the coolest thing was the scene in Aftermath, Empire's End. I won't spoil it too much because I know AJ's reading them, so I won't go.
I know
into
everything
a
that
lot of detail.
happens.
But
for the most part.
there's a scene, you know, Gallius Rax is talking to Yupe Tashu. I call him Yupe. Tashi, whatever you want to call him.
Yupe.
I called him Yupe because I thought Yup sounded silly when I was reading the novel. But now that I'm listening to it, it's Yup Tashu. And Yup Tashu's talking about like, because they have the map into the unknown regions that Palpatine left behind that Thrawn helped him build. They specifically like mentioned Thrawn and like Thrawn helped him build it. And I was like, holy shit.
Levi, guess what I'm wearing?
Oh, there it is.
Seattle Kraken, eh?
I see
Oh.
so
Weird.
much merch for them.
Why are
They're
you
not
wearing a
real
Seattle
yet.
Kraken
Yeah,
shirt?
weird. I want to hear what Matt had to say. That was just weird. Why do you have that on?
It's a good shirt. My brother got it for me last year randomly before they were a team. It's just a cool logo.
It
It
is. They
I
are a
see
cool team.
So
Continue,
much
Matt.
of that merch. Yeah.
Same with like the the Whalers. No, yeah, the Hartford
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gone now, but
I just like the minty
That's
color
cool.
of the
the
Kraken.
Whalers are pretty sweet.
cool logo too. What was I saying? I
You're
forget.
talking about you.
Oh yeah, you
Thrawn
to shoot
map.
because
My bad.
they bring up the Thrawn map into the unknown regions, and it like leads to a specific point, and he's talking about like, oh yeah, you know, Palpatine was searching for like a power in the unknown regions that like drew him in, and then Yuke Tashu's like, oh, this is perfect. We can go into the unknown regions with this map and help restore Palpatine, and like Gallius Rax like rolls his eyes and is like, whatever, and he kills him, he shoves him into the core of Jakku,
Yeah,
which I
throws him
thought
in
was a
this
great
mega
death to
death
that
pit.
character. But like literally, like you Tashu's just like, oh yeah, no, Palpatine's out there and he's waiting for us to come find him and we can help restore his body and like bring him back to power. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, even if it wasn't obviously, like, I don't think Chuck Wendig was sitting back and he was like, yeah, they're definitely going to bring Palpatine back, so let me lay down these breadcrumbs. But the fact that it lines up still is good enough for me. Like, in universe, none of the out of universe context matters to me. It's all the in universe stuff. And now we can, like, you know, draw different lines and connect different things that even, you know, probably weren't even meant to be connected, but now they
I
are.
love that.
And I love
I
it.
don't know if it's real or not, but I love in the behind the scenes of Rise of Skywalker where Chris Terrio just has an
Yeah.
aftermath on
He
his
has it-
desk,
yeah.
and it's like, have you read the book, Chris, or are you just putting it there? Like, it looks very like, yeah, I did my homework.
Oh, I think it talk.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, I didn't bring my Porg home for Halloween.
Is that Ubab Kriff, though, or is that Babu Frick?
Well,
Bad crib?
yeah, Ubab Kriff won the freaking pod
won the
race.
friggin' whole thing.
The
Ah,
whole enchilada.
the whole entire pod race Grand Prix.
Well, Dylan and Johnny, we've been talking about book stuff for a while, so
yeah, you guys look
what do
tuned
you-
out. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
what do you
I'm
got
down.
going on?
I don't know. I think we should wrap it up. We've almost been here for an hour 30. I think it's, we got the pumpkin.
What do you think about
Alright.
pumpkins?
I like 'em.
I
Oh,
voted, I
oh,
voted for OP Pit, Matt. I voted for
Oh,
OP Pit. I
Matt.
want you to know
Thank
that.
you.
oh,
I voted for yours. I voted for him.
that's cool.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
because
Dylan voted for mine though, I believe.
Yeah, no, I threw in my own.
I always like to point out that the Frigosians are a vampiric race with a giant maw of teeth underneath their furry.
Impressive. It's
Thanks to
impressive that you
Landry,
were able
right?
Yeah,
to do that.
Landry wrote a story about that, and he told us specifically. You know, now I
Landry
got
Q.
pumpkin stuff.
Landry.
All right. Well, Johnny and Dylan, it seems we've killed your mood, the collective, the triangle of the,
No.
the media readers.
You're chilling.
But thank you to everyone who watches this
Thank you,
live.
thank
Watch
you.
it live right now. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to everyone
Yeah.
who watches the VOD. Have a happy Halloween. We appreciate
Halloween.
the Marauders for
Halloween,
coming
yo.
on.
I
It's such a
know.
Of
Thank
course,
you.
yeah. Thank you guys for coming.
We will
in
see you
That
guys
was,
costume.
it was always fun.
thank you, everybody.
Absolutely.
All right.
And-
So,
Well, you can
we'll
find
see
them
ya.
in the description.
Yeah, they'll be in the
Goodbye.
description everywhere. Johnny, you want to do one bit before you end it? You want to do one
What
bit?
do we
or you
got?
already
Oh,
ended
let me. Alright, hang on a second.
it? Johnny's gonna give us something good. As Spider-Man. Here we go, guys. Spider-Man's gonna